With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but always fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once clicked off across the board with charge to what because this code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight our sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our slow machine. It's not in burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy, can't to see it flowers, making feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a bike, pretending they're for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty wife and all his strife, while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react, but isn't actor as a fact, as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over it and awareness in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo. What is today, Friday the 16th of February 2024. Do hope you're all doing very well indeed. I hope you've had a very enjoyable week as well. And I am joined on this fine Friday by a good old regular to the show, a good old regular to the stream chat and all that jazz. It is Dashi. So Dashi, welcome to the Bingo, pal. Hope you're alright.
Hello everyone. Screw you, screw you. Oh, what his name is, damn it.
Me?
No, not you.
Who's the one being screwed here?
Screw you, Peter Bone.
Ah, goodness me.
It's a British thing. Don't worry, folks.
Yeah. Good old fucking no politics chat on this fucking stream. That's for damn sure. Fuck the Tories. But yeah. Anyway, so as I said, welcome to the stream, welcome to Bingo and all that jazz. Phil's going to start very soon, and apparently, according to Phil, he has a crazy busy show today, tons of exciting stuff to talk about. Big fucking deal. I've got a couple of things to talk about as well before we start doing bingo. First of all, I am implementing a little change beginning from the start of March. So I'm not going to do it now because we're halfway through the fucking month and it'd be kind of strange if I can just do it straight away for the month. By March onwards, the way the format's going to work for bingo prizes is the new format will see the prize fund begin at $20 per full house at the start of each month, and by the time we get to the end of the month we'll have a marbles race to determine who gets the prize. And basically, if we win bingo 5 times in a single month, that means the prize fund is $100, and we'll have a marbles race to see who wins $100. And you know, if people want $100 themselves, it's the same kind of format in terms of determining a winner. You know, we'll do a marbles race, and if they want the money themselves, they can have it. If they want to go to charity, they can do that. But we're just going to do like one deciding thing. You know, it'll roll over each time. For that entire month, it'll roll over each time. And by the end of the month, we'll have a stream, a marbles thing, to determine who gets to fucking take the whole grand prize home, or if they'd rather prefer, they want to donate it to charity. So I'm changing the format a wee bit slightly, just to kind of, I think of a better long term. You know what I mean? You know. So yeah, the more full houses we get, the bigger a prize you could get at the end of that month. It means as well. But I'm still doing. By the way, I'm still doing every Friday. I'm still doing the marbles difficult challenges tracks. So that's going to happen as normal every Friday anyway. Regardless, I'm going to do those impossible tracks, and we'll still do them, and we'll see if somebody can defy the odds and beat these 99% death fucking tracks. You know. So there we go. But yeah.
Sorry, 2 quick notes on this. One, whoever decides to win this, don't spend it all on blackjack and hookers. And 2, if we all get really lucky with bingo cards, this means Jad has to pay out at a maximum of about $530 a month.
I mean, if we win every single time, I do it 6 times a week, you know, usually. So, sorry, 5 times a week, isn't it? Yeah, 5 times a week. So yeah, possibly. Yeah, it's like, yeah.
It's 5 times a week, yeah, you're right, it's $400.
Yeah, so there we go.
440 at most?
Yeah, true.
I'll go by days.
Mind you, we've been winning bingo a whole lot lately, so that's a distinct fucking possibility. But yeah, That's the odds, you know. That's just a chance I'm going to fucking take. So there you fucking go.
Prophet, you're banned from using it on blow or any
hello.
recreational drugs of any kind.
Phil's live. So let me just put him in pause and there we go, cool stuff. We're going to build up some nice speed up just in that jazz because I want to cover a couple of things before we begin doing bingo properly. I want to watch this 3-minute video that Hey Tommy made. I've not seen it yet and I want to see it. And I thought I'd share this with everyone else as well in case they'd not seen it. Dash has seen it already and T thinks it's very good. So I'm looking forward to whatever this video is by Hate Army, which is called DSP and Cat are ruining the gaming industry with their gross consumerism. So yeah, my God, I've got big expectations for this.
The Hate Army
It's the Hate Army,
bro.
Hate Army.
Shout out to Hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
Hate
out to
Army.
Hate.
Shout out to Hate.
Shout out
Shout out to Hate.
Shout out to Hate.
Shout out for
hate.
So maybe it will eventually be, oh, I guess we have to accept the fact that a lot of these games aren't innovative and don't feel artistic anymore and they're really just pumped out for a dollar sign. I don't know. I mean, the most infamous offenders of this are by far the annual releases. The Maddens, the NBA 2Ks, the fucking Call of Duty, oh my God, right? These games, you play them, they don't feel innovative. They just don't. They feel like you're playing the same game every year, yet they're charging for it every year. It's a complete fucking ripoff. There's no artistic fucking creativity in those games. Those are pumped out literally to pad the pockets of the people in charge of those companies. All right, so you know, until people stop supporting this kind of crap, it's not going to change. This stuff is in the hands of the consumer. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people didn't pay for that crap every year, then it wouldn't make it money for these companies. They wouldn't do it. Crow, to be honest, it's going to be hard for us to give you tips, and here's why. We both bought the deluxe version of the game. So when we started doing this mode, we had like bonus resources that most people won't have. Like there was like 300 of each or 1,000 of each crafting resource. So right off the bat, we started building like buildings and stuff, which is good. It turbos through the mode, but it's kind of like you're not going to have that if you just bought the standard version of the game. It's probably going to be way slower going. I mean, here we are, our first night, only playing 2 hours. Looks like we're gonna hit 2 stars.
Why is Hate Army like hyper focused in on Cat's robust jawline? Why? Why, God, why? Oh, it's terrifying.
And if we keep that momentum up, we may hit like 5 stars within like a few nights. We'll see, I guess. You know, until people stop supporting this kind of crap, it's not going to change. We both bought the deluxe version of the game. This stuff is in the hands of the consumer. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people didn't pay for that crap every year, then it wouldn't make it money for these companies. They wouldn't do it. We both bought the deluxe version of the game. And so when I hear people complaining about the industry, right? I say, you know, we both bought the deluxe version of the game. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, obviously there's demand for it. We both bought the deluxe version of the game. Admittedly, those yearly outings that are minimal effort, minimal innovation, are absolutely changing the industry.
That's a pretty solid video. Basically, it's a good little gotcha moment for Phil. His natural rebuttal to such a thing would be, times have changed since he made those comments, you know? Like, his situation has changed, the way he plays games has changed, the gaming landscape has changed. That's the kind of counterpoint that Phil could make. We don't, if somebody showed him this.
Sorry. Yet he still rages on about the yearly releases of which one did he skip this week? Which ones did he skip last year? Was it one of the Call of Duties he skipped?
He did it every year. Yeah, every year he skipped that. Or I think 2 years ago. He can't skip Call of Duty. Because last year certainly was playing. I can remember with the whole Warzone stuff and the whole drama with that. You know, bounties.
Yeah.
But he does. But yeah, he is strange though for sure. He is very odd with this kind of thing.
Yeah, I know he skipped the WWE 2K.
He stopped playing them altogether. Yeah, essentially. So it's a very strange double standard for sure. But yeah, Phil's argument would just simply be, oh, I made those, you know, the context, and these days it's different. No, shit, you know, times change. It's not all black and white. You know, just insert your random DSP as a mirror. How would fucking respond to that? By the way, I forgot to fucking mention, goddamn, I'm so sorry. Prophet gifted 5 memberships at the very start of the stream, before the stream was live properly. Prophet gifted 5 memberships, so thank you very much to Prophet for gifting 5 memberships, and congratulations to Diablo Lord of Darkness, Gru, Twilight Media Corp, Confusio, and Eric Resner. Thank you very much again, Prophet, for getting those memberships, and congratulations to those 5 that got a membership. And yeah, remember to thank Prophet for being such a kind, bald, mad lad and getting those memberships. And yeah, and if Prophet asks a refund, just tell him to try again later.
I'll go on.
Yeah, I'll go on. Anyway, so that was an interesting video that the Hate Army made for sure. And I've covered this as well. Cool. I think we're ready to start the bingo essentially. I think we built up a nice little bit of speed up juice already. But of course, before we even begin the bingo and all that jazz, we need to pick a card. This is where you come in, special guest Dashi. The special guests always get to pick a random number, and we use that random number as special guest picks to go with the card we have. So no pressure on you or anything, Dashi, but pick a fucking
12,345.
1345.
No,
right.
it's 12,345.
12,000. My bad. Okay, well, this is why I asked. 12,345. Okay, there we go. And let me hit enter. There we have our bingo card for today, as picked by Dashi, our special guest, and fantastic stuff. So, bingo card for today is as follows. We have Phil to say honest, meaningful business, him giving a thumbs up, and him, giving somebody a good old leaning ban. The second row is Phil saying engagement, him making that annoying T sound. Him saying new games, him repeating the same point constantly, and him pointing at the camera. The third row is Phil saying you see, him discussing food, him snorting, him scratching the moustache, and him saying sound good. The fourth row is Phil chewing some water, him pointing at a text on the screen, him having some dead air, him saying variety, and essentially. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying on demand, him making a weird noise, him touching his ear, him saying wrong, and finally him going, oh. That is our bingo card for today, and the audience appear to like this Dashi, the chatter and high spirits, and they think it's a very good card. So yeah, it does look pretty strong. There's a couple of ones that are a little bit iffy maybe. On demand is not the biggest guarantee in the world at times.
Free squares are available for that.
But exactly, of course, the whole point of the game is, to try and get a full house in the bingo. If we got 25 out of 25, one of you guys can potentially win a prize in the chat, but only if you've left a comment on that community post, which is linked in the description of the live stream. And as Dashi said, there is a variety of ways for us to get free spaces to help us get that full house. If Phil snorts 25 times or burps 10 times before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that will give us all a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, not only will that give us a free space as well, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation that the incredibly talented Pixar animations made for us all to enjoy to celebrate hitting 100 likes. So you guys are in direct control of a free space. The rest of the ways to get free spaces is all down to Little Piggy and his snorting and burping antics. So there we go. Anything you want to say, Dashi, before we begin the bingo properly?
Just a couple of minor complaints about Phil. If he's just, is he still doing that Tekken spam excuse crap?
I don't know if he's actually touched Tekken in a couple of days. I might be wrong, but I don't think he has. So, yeah.
One of the things that annoys me is, oh god, when he fought Steve, it's like I've played Tekken 7. I played Tekken 7. I played Tekken Tag 2. I played 4. Steve and he's like, Steve just constantly punch spamming. Yeah, Steve has about 3 kicks in the game total because he's a fucking boxer.
It makes sense. He's a fucking punch spammer then, so there we fucking go. Yeah, I mean, it's just Phil though, It's like, oh, where's the variety? The guy's a fucking boxer. Of course he's going to fucking mainly box because he's a fucking boxer. It's like his go-to fucking thing. He's
in his dodging and weaving.
But yeah, it's just Phil being a fucking moany bastard for the sake of being a moany bastard, I guess. But yeah, okay, before we even begin the bingo, let me just play the random Scottish soundboard button and see what's going to fucking send us off into fucking battle today.
Welcome to Operation Mindfuck!
Not gonna lie.
Oh, I do have something that describes. I might have something for you, actually.
Oh, balls. Is it Scottish?
No.
Oh, balls. If it's not
I'm
Scottish, it's
this
crap.
up.
If it's not Scottish, it's crap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much, by the way, to DSP's illegitimate member Bam for sending a super chat who says, yeah, Dashi's at bingo. Someone is very happy. Dashi. So DSP's illegitimate member bomb is very thrilled to bits that you are at bingo. So there we go. So yeah, big ups to DSP's illegitimate member bomb for the Dashi hype. I think Dashi's going to try and find this clip. Dashi is
I found it. I found it. I just need to get the timing right.
I mean, any time now will do. You know, I know that's not what I meant. You know, yeah, I know. I was just being a dick. It's okay. But yeah, let's just see what this clip is, and we'll have audience judge you for your choice in clip. But as I said, Dashi's always trying to source sound clips. You know, what I mean, some have made it to the stream, some have made it to the
Use the Edge one already.
I'm waiting for you.
Which one being you've been the personification of stupid since 1997.
Where's this clip? You still
I sent it to you.
Whereas I'm on
Well, the Edge one is with you already. It was sent a few months ago.
Months ago. Thanks for narrowing it down. Resend it. The fact that we talk pretty much every day essentially, doesn't help. Find this. You sent it a few months ago.
And by talk, he means I send him Football Manager screenshots. Currently, I'm in the Seychelles.
Oh yeah, Dashi loves his Football Manager for sure. There we go. I tell you what, how about we crack on with the bingo? You try and find that clip. And let's see what Phil's got to fucking say to introduce his very special, mad, crazy fucking Friday day off recap show. So, yeah, okay, let's just crack on with it, and we can see this sound, this potential new soundboard clip later.
What is up, everyone? I'm back, and we have a stacked show and an awesome week coming up here on DSP Gaming. On this podcast alone, we've got to talk about Xbox's big, announcement or non-announcement yesterday. We've got to talk about Phil's day off and all the fun stuff that I did, including Kat and I have tried Skull and Bones, and I have a full opinion to give to you on today's show. Plus, we're going to recap the awesome first ever co-op stream that we did back on Wednesday night and plans for the future. All this and more on today's Level 1 podcast.
And naturally, I'm going to just mute that sumbitch. We have a camera.
I've sent you the clip.
There we go, cool. Let me pause Phil then. And,
I've sent you the clip I was thinking of.
Alright, hold on a second. Oops, so I had it on mute. Hold on, I had it on mute. Let's try again.
Never mind the buzzcocks. The show that says sorry seems to be the hardest word, whereas die you oily pig in a dunce hat goes off the tongue quite nicely.
There we go.
There we go. Have I got a copyright claim or nobody? Never mind the buzzcocks. Very, very underrated show in my opinion. The BBC show doesn't exist anymore, I think. Quite edgy with the humour at times, they pissed off some people sometimes with a kind of sense of humour. But yeah, that's a potential clip for sure. But we'll see what the audience thinks about that. So there we go. Anyway, let's crack on with the bingo. As I said, we started strong with one ticked off the board already. And yeah, 24 to go. We can do it though. Here we fucking go.
Alrighty, everyone. I'm excited for today and, of course, for this week, but particularly for this podcast because we've got so much to talk about. I wanted to start the show as soon as we could. Today is Friday the 16th of February 2024. We've got every possible segment, seriously, on the show. We got the Phil's Day Off. We got the DSP News. Everything is going to be great. I'm very excited. If you're wondering why it might look so bright in here, it's because outside today we have a full, heavy sun day. And even though I have my blinds completely up, it's also windy, and I need to have the window open, so the wind is like pushing the blinds in, which is allowing sun to come into the office, and there's nothing I can really do about that. This is what it's going to look like unless the wind calms down or the sun goes away. All right? So, let's talk, shall we? We have so much to discuss today. As I told you guys, on my day off is usually when everything happens, and this was no exception. The Xbox podcast happened. Phil Spencer came out and talked about all the rumors that have been swirling around Microsoft and Xbox in the last 2 weeks about, they're going to stop being a console developer and they're going to go full third party and all their games are going to be third party like Sega now and stuff like that. And man. I told you so.
There we go. A lot of people are going to say that Phil was going to fucking do this. He was going to fucking pull the I told you so card because Phil made a very general, vague observation. And yeah, it turns out Phil was roughly right with his general big observation. So Phil's like, I told everyone it was going to happen, and I was absolutely right. Phil, you made a very general, vague assessment, which most people came to the same kind of conclusion to. And so most people are also right. But Phil was going to just, pretend that he was the only one that
I
was
think the
speaking
Lamar
truth.
clip is appropriate.
The what? Sorry?
The clip you just showed.
Oh, I closed that. I closed that. Hold on, let me reopen it. If I can hold on. You mean the buzz clocks one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind the buzzcocks. The show that says sorry seems to be the hardest word, whereas die you oily pig in a dunce hat rolls off the tongue quite nicely.
There we go. I might add that one. I'm not entirely sure. I might trim it. That's a bit long. Might just kind of have the last part only,
Yeah.
But yeah, strong start to the card. Got plenty of ticked off already there. But yeah, Phil's about to be all smug mode here, so brace yourselves.
Warning, insufferable bastard coming in.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't know how much more dead on correct. In fact, I was more correct in my assessment of the situation than I actually originally thought I was. Like, I literally was dead on correct with all the bullshit that people out there were exaggerating for personal gain. The sky is falling. Yeah, right. So anyway, we're going to talk about that. Also, yesterday during my day off, my wife and I were looking for something to do, and Kat has been looking for a new game to play until the next big game comes out that she's interested in, which is Dragon's Dogma 2, because she just finished Like a Dragon Infinite Well, she's looking all around, and a game's coming out, and she's like, oh, well, I might want to try this one. And I said, are you sure? Seriously, are you sure you want to do this? And luckily, she didn't drop a lot of money, but yesterday we tried out Skull and Bones together. I'm not sure if you can even call it like a game. Maybe like a preview, but man, I got a lot to say about that. Our 2 hours were some of the 2 most hilarious hours we have ever spent in any video game. It was a laugh riot. We couldn't stop cracking up because the game is so stupid. So we're gonna talk about that, and of course.
So I've seen a clip of this game. He's on about Skull and Bones, about it being a quadruple A game, and it's just a case of I'm going to say this because I've been playing it a little while. Black Flag did it much better.
I mean, I've not played either, so I'm not entirely sure. Coolin% saying it's the first time he's acknowledged playing a video game off stream. Not necessarily true. He used to brag about playing...
definitely not the first.
Yeah, he used to brag about playing Plants vs Zombies with Liana all the time. That was like their one game that they played together when Phil was finished working, for lack of a better term. Yeah, the Plants vs Zombies was also the old guilty pleasure they played together. So yeah, it's not the first time, but yeah, the first time in a while, for sure. Though it's been years since Phil's admitted to playing games off stream.
Raining Lima, Raining Lima. He will just restart. He will start at the very top of the list again because that list is so fucking long.
Yeah, he has lots of people to shut on. When that list is exhausted, he might lighten up, so it's never going to happen. He'll just, once he gets to the end, he'll just do, go to the very start again and do it as a throwback. The throwback lists of people to shut on. Remember when I shat on this guy and that guy, Toby Turner or not? He'll just go back to the start again and just recap and fucking have a throwback event about how he shat on these people back in the fucking day. It never ends. It never fucking ends.
We had our first ever co-op stream together here on Wednesday night. That was the last you saw of us, right? And here I am back from that. I want to talk a little bit about how that went, some of the technical difficulties and things that we're trying to do to improve that, and just overall our plans for that, because overall I think you guys really liked it, right? So good stuff. Man, I really wish I could get these blinds to stop doing this because it's so bright in here right now. Like the sun, I can see it on the floor, and I'm like, I don't think there's anything I can do though.
Phil is a vampire, confirmed.
Dead air. No, he stopped. Hold on. Is this dead air? Is that dead air?
One of those things in one of those days, I guess. There's not much I can really do to control the situation. All right, where do we start? Seriously, where do we start? Let's start with Wednesday night. Let's talk about the co-op we did because it went so well, and people were really excited, and my wife was excited, and I was excited because it went so well. Let's talk about this. So, you have to understand how awesome this was and how important and meaningful this was to us. Kat has lived with me since early 2018. We have been married now for almost 5 years. And Kat has never done any gameplay with me besides once during a Halloween marathon when basically it was really, really bad with the level of harassment she received for absolutely no reason.
It's Tevin's fault.
Keep in mind that was a different format. That was on Twitch, where a lot of the moderation was very untenable. And she basically was so turned off by that experience that, you know, for years until she decided for herself, listen, I want to come back. I've had enough. I'm not going to let the nasty actions of a bunch of losers on the internet determine whether or not I want to have fun on a stream with my husband or not.
I'm definitely pressing X to doubt that. I don't think Kat said such a thing ever in her
I'm stabbing
entire
X
life.
out with a knife.
I'm just gonna fucking have Adam appear in the bottom corner for the next several minutes.
So she came back to streams a month ago for 2 Q&A sessions, which went pretty well. But after 2 Q&A sessions, we realized Q&A ain't it. You know, you're gonna get bored with that. The first one was exciting because the first time people had seen her in so many years. But after that, it's like, how many questions are you gonna ask, right? We want to do something meaningful together. So we were, you know, figuring out what do we want to do, and like, oh yeah, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth has this mini game mode called Dondoko Island that's very similar to, say, Animal Crossing or Disney Dreamlight Valley, and because you do it in the game, it is very meaningful to a playthrough. It gives you so many rewards, so much money that you can then use to go on in the game and buy equipment and level up your characters and buy jobs and things like that. So, because of that, you know, we decided this is what we wanted to do. We both like Animal Crossing. We both played Disney Dreamlight Valley. And my wife, of course, when she plays a game, she plays one game at a time. My wife does not juggle games. She hyper-focuses on one and plays the heck out of it. She just beat Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. So she's already finished Dondoko Island on her playthrough, and she wanted to help out mine. So, on Wednesday night, we were both here, and, you know, I'm going to say this. Definitely, this is going to be a learning experience where every time we do it, it's probably going to get a little bit better. This was the first time we had ever done it. Immediately, we run into problems, okay? So I bought an audio splitter, and the idea was to split the audio coming out of my Xbox controller. One would go to my Netphones, and I would listen, like I always do, to the audio of the game, and the other was going to go to her earbuds. She uses earbuds in the house, and they are noise isolation earbuds, okay? So, she goes to use it. It's way too loud. She's like, why is it so loud? And I said, oh, because, you know, there's no audio controller here. There's no way to adjust volume. And likely what's happened is, you know, I do have an audio controller on my Netphones, but you don't have one built into your earbuds. So she's like, it's just way too, like, loud. I can't do it this way, you know? And so then we're like, well, what are we going to do? On the fly, let's figure out a fix. All right, well, what we can do is she can plug her headphones into this guy. This is the receiver that I use. This is for my old Astro A40 headphones, which I don't use anymore, but I still use this receiver to get audio from my Switch and my PS5 out of my TV. So I said, you can plug your headphones into there, and then you can adjust because it has a volume adjuster. Okay, so let's try that. So she plugs it in, she goes, oh, it does work, but something's weird, and she realizes. So we're in this room together, and I mean, the whole point of co-op is cooperation, correct? And with cooperation, that's how it becomes a cool, unique thing. It's supposed to be two people listening, talking with each other, interacting, and playing a game together. She's like, wait a minute, how am I going to do this when my earbuds are noise isolation? She goes, I have them in, I can't hear you. I was like, oh.
I mean, did she not fucking think of that issue? Why did that only occur to them then? You think between the two of them, they would have had one brain shell to share between the two of them to think, hang on a second, this might not be a good idea. Oh my god, there is.
I just like the fact. Sorry, I just like the fact this seems like a longer repeat of what he said on the Daily Crap.
I never watched that, but I did see it was 15 minutes long. Like,
yeah,
I went to Phil's Daily Crap, and the only reason I went there, I paused it immediately, and I used the arrow buttons to try and find a good freeze frame for the thumbnail.
And TLDR, he bought a chair.
That chair wasn't bought. Wasn't that donated in by a fan?
No, he said he bought. I put it in the chat. I basically complained about the Daily Crap.
But Phil was claiming that. But he, in the past though, it seems to be a different story because Phil's claiming about a chair, but other people are saying that that a fan helped him get that chair like ages ago. I mean, apparently that's what I'm hearing anyway. You know what I mean? So it feels like the story's changing all the fucking time. But apparently,
well, on the Daily Rap, he said he bought a chair.
Yeah, Phil says a lot of things which is not fucking true. So there we go. Yeah, I had to say I bought a bar stool. Brian's saying, did I say 15 or 50? I don't know. When did I say either of them? I don't know. Sorry, Brian. I can't remember fucking saying either of those numbers.
You gotta be kidding me. They're so good, she couldn't hear me.
Sorry, Dashi, what are you saying?
Sorry, it would have been 15.
15. Oh, a minute. Oh, 15. Yeah. The Daily Crap. Okay, yeah, 15. Sorry, 15. A 50-minute Daily Crap would be legendary. That would be insane. Can you imagine? Here's my little recap of the day's events 50 minutes later. We're still fucking going on about it. That would be insane. But at 15, you know, just about the age where Derek loses interest. 15.
So basically, I'm like, so now what are we going to do? I'm like, well, we don't have time to figure out something else on the fly. I still have my Astro A40 headphones somewhere in my closet, buried in one of the storage bins. I'm like, well, we're not going to have time. We'll have an hour here to dig through every bin and find them. So instead, what we'll do, you just use the neck phones. You know, I'll just sit here. We're doing Dondoko Island. I don't need to hear the audio. It's not like this is critical story moments. It's literally not. Dondoko Island is a standalone minigame outside of the story of Like a Dragon. Therefore, you can do it in any way. You can do it muted. It doesn't matter. You're missing nothing. Okay? So she used the neck phones. And I basically didn't use them, didn't use anything. I could still hear some audio anyway from the neck phones, her sitting next to me. So it wasn't like a total loss or anything like that. Now in the future, what are we gonna have to do? Well, anything, once we finish Dondoko Island, which is about 10 to 15 hours long, we gotta figure out a better audio solution. I was already thinking, we'll just get a cheap pair of headphones. You don't have to get anything expensive, right? Just something she can put on that's comfortable, that isn't noise isolation. And then she'll be able to hear me talk, and I'll use the neck phones, she'll use the headphones, and it shouldn't be a big deal. Just that we didn't prepare for that. So right away, something silly, hit us. So then,
I'm kind of find it interesting that she specifically has noise isolation headphones in a house where Phil is the only other person that lives there. It's like she's doing his best to drown him out whenever she's there and doing her own thing. I don't know, that's an interesting thing to me, but I know.
Well, let's face it, he did get told to shut the fuck up.
Dog, what's up?
So yeah, thank you very much to Ira for the super chat, who says his office chair was donated, he got a stool. Fuck me, man. Why a stool? Yeah, I thought it was odd as well. Phil, like, seeing them like sit together, Phil was like looming over her, like some like gout-ridden vampire, just like lurking over his next fucking big fat ass victim. It was weird. Someone in Phil's chat called No More Snort. Sorry, they got leaned. Somebody gave Phil a super chat, but it was a troll super chat, and they got lean and banned. Hey, that's a confirmation of lean and banned.
burger.
There we go, fantastic stuff. That's a confirmation of ever lean and banned. But yeah, apparently Phil didn't snort a huge amount during the stream with Cat. Is that true? That's what super chat was asking. Like, why is there so many snorts now when there was hardly any when he was streaming with Cat?
I can just see that. I've just put the screen. You've got me a perfect caption for this screenshot right now. Cat's dinner is this big.
Oh god! Hold on. Let me see if I can get a good frame where it's that's a bit better. There we go. Hold on. Let me see what I can do. Let me work my magic. Hold on. Okay, I can go here. I get a snipping tool. I like to pretend I'm working the fucking magic, but it's fucking me just copy and pasting an image into a website and letting the AI website do all the hard work for me. But let me take the credit for it though, naturally, because I'm a piece
Daniel
of shit.
Cannon, that one was too easy for me, so I didn't even go for it.
There we go, and let me just yeet that towards my members in the Discord now, so they can enjoy that to the heart's content of Phil holding up his hands and trying to insinuate something was that big. Oh, for God's sake, the possibilities are terrifying. Anyway, let's get back to the bingo. It's a strong card so far. We're doing very well. So yeah, as I said, meaningful got ticked off. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I mean, very strong start. I'm going 1.5, by the way. I'm going 1.5. 1.25 is just too damn slow. 1.5 from now on.
We go to start the stream, and we quickly realize the whole audio setup is different when you're doing one person on the mic versus two people with a mic between them. All right? So I was sitting here, and she was sitting here, and immediately people were like, well, we could hear Phil fine, but we can't really hear Cat that well.
Oh, God, this is... So, I explained this briefly before. Hold on, give me a fucking second. I'm gonna fucking... Some of you guys will know already exactly what the fucking problem is, you know. Oops, I pressed the wrong fucking button, hold on. So let me just very quick Google this, and I'll show you, here we go. I'm just trying to find the right website, whatever. So here's a good website to use. So here we go. There are different microphones you can get, and some microphones have built-in features where you can actually switch those settings on the fly. You know, some of these are cardioid microphones, where that's where they pick up the sound levels from. Some of these are figure of 8, where they basically you can pick them up from both sides, and some of these are omnidirectional. You know, it's basic, you know, these are kind of basic things. The microphone I currently use has a setting where you can actually have all different kind of options, you know, to pick from. Yeah, probably just saying just get a Sennheiser MX4. I imagine it's probably like several hundred. The microphone I've got is very good. I'm happy with what I've got. I've got the HyperX thingy, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I remember I went and upgraded my microphone very recently, and I'm very happy with it. But yeah, Phil isn't very clued up with his own microphone and the potential settings it could have to make it sound better if he has more than one person talking at the same time in the room. But yeah, as you can see here, there's omnidirectional microphones, there's unidirectional microphones, there's cardioid, supercardioid, hypercardioid. This, you know, is bidirectional as well, which can pick up from both sides. The microphone I've got, you know, has all this kind of ability to actually change those settings, and you can pick whatever suits you for that particular need. I can't mind what Phil's microphone is can profit. Do you know? Do you know what microphone Phil's got? Do you know if Phil has the option to change his microphone settings, or is he stuck with one? Because you've obviously looked deep into Phil's setup before. So you may be the best person to actually explain that or understand that, because you've actually done a deep dive before of Phil's own setup with what he's got and the kind of technology he's got and the equipment he uses and everything else. But yeah, simply put, there's different settings on his microphones, and Phil hasn't bothered to kind of figure out what his is. He just turned it on, you know, face it towards him, and think that's that, all good. He didn't worry about sound gates or noise filters, whatever, through OBS. He just turned it on and thought, okay, who cares about the fucking ambient noise getting picked up in the background of my fan on. I'm just going to let the audience hear that anyway and not care. Goodness me. But, Prophet says he DM'd it to me. Oh, so it's here. So let me just go here. This is the microphone that Phil uses. A cardioid. So there we go, condenser microphone. So I was like, cardioid. Explained here. Cardioid is by far the most commonly used directional polar pattern. They have a wide on-axis pickup area and maximum rejection. 180 degrees off-axis, resulting in high gain before feedback when stage monitors are placed directly behind, blah 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 blah. So I guess that Phil hasn't actually got the option to change that then. It's like literally just one setting because it's that, I imagine. So no wonder he's having audio issues. His microphone is basically like this. This is how his microphone works. It is this kind of range. So if there's two people sitting in a room side by side, Phil's going to be like over there, Cat's over here, then of course he's going to have audio issues. The only way to resolve that is to get another microphone that has like is omnidirectional or whatever, you know what I mean? The one that can actually pick up that kind of, I don't know.
Or we could put the mic a couple of inches further back.
True, or even sit further back or something. Yeah, So Phil, there is no easy solution. At least, you know, in terms of the easy solution would be just to move the fucking microphone back. But then they would have to be louder though to be heard. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, this is a beautiful problem of Phil's own making. He's like, oh, they can boost the audio in OBS. Yes, there we go. So yeah, thanks, Prophet, for sending that on. By the way, I'm glad you did. And so yeah, this is a problem Phil has, and yeah, how's he gonna fucking resolve it? Is he gonna get a new microphone just for cat streams? I can see him trying to. But because you've also got to remember he's a cheap bastard. Kinda.
He won't buy a 180 mic. He'll get donated a 180 mic.
Exactly. He'll wait for somebody to give it to him.
Well, I said, you know why? Because she's playing like this, right? She's so used to when she plays games, she's just staring at the TV. For me, when I play games, I'm literally turned towards you guys, like this. And I'm playing like this, so now you can hear my voice better. She's not used to that. So she's talking in this direction, and the mic's only like side picking up her voice, so you can't hear it as well. In addition, the microphone here is a good placement for when I'm centered to the camera, but when we're both here, I need to turn it more towards her, because again, my voice, I'm used to talking and projecting my voice all day long. I do this literally all day for a living. She does not. So we need to have the microphone more in her vicinity in order to pick up the voice. But even then, I'll definitely say this, because there's two of us talking in a room on a lower volume, because we're both talking into a mic from different directions. The game volume overpowers us. So even lowering the game volume twice, still there were times when I was listening back to the video and I was like, it's hard to hear us. So when we do this again on Saturday night, I got to lower the game volume significantly. And again, for Dondoko Island, this isn't that big of a deal, but we may have to try to figure something else out in the future. In regards to the situation, what it would be, I'm honestly not sure. I mean, my receiver unit here actually has a port for 2 different microphones. So maybe if we actually bought a whole second mic stand.
Called it. I called it. They're going to get a brand new second microphone just for Cat.
Play the fuck you, Phil.
Fuck you, Phil.
There you go.
Thank you.
And everything, and had one here and one here. Obviously, then the audio is going to be way, way better. But that's a significant, sinking of money. This mic was not cheap. This is an actual professional studio level microphone that I got 10 years ago. I don't know what they cost today. The thing is, it does.
They cost $219 going by the link that Prophet sent me. So there we go.
Use a standard like studio mic connection. It's not USB. I forget what you call it. That unique connection they use for microphones for like bands and stuff. That's what it uses, and that's what my receiver unit here, the Scarlett, uses that. So I'm sure we could probably get another mic. I would have to look into it. Right? I don't think for Dondoko Island.
Jag.
I think he might be. Well, he said it wasn't using USB. He might have plugged it into like those kind of red, green, and blue like connections you have as well in the back of the piece.
Yeah, green and pink. It's green and pink if you're going straight to a desk, going straight to a tower.
Apparently, Prophet wants to have his input in this. I've told him to hop on, so he's got the ability to hop on and have his say. I think he's here now, actually. So, Prophet,
yeah,
you have something to add to this the take from Phil? You are muted, by the way. I don't know if you know, but yeah, you're on the call. We can't hear you yet. Well, Prophet will start speaking when he's able to, I guess. But he's on the call. He's we're just primed and waiting, but he's muted for now. We'll just keep playing until we hear Prophet.
And here the Scarlett uses that. So I'm sure we could probably get another mic. I would have to look into it. All right. I don't think for Dondoko Island, I don't think it's worth it. But in the future, if people really like our co-op and they want to see us actually do real game playthroughs, not just a side mini game, but like go through a real game together, then it's probably going to be worth the investment, right? I think so. But we have to look into that. Okay. XLR, is that what it's called? I don't know. People are saying XLR. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means the type of connection or the mic. I don't know. I'm not an audiophile. Literally, this setup I bought 10 years ago because my viewers sent me the stats. They were like, here it is. Buy this on Amazon. Buy this on Amazon. Buy this on Amazon. Combine it. Hook it up. It'll work. And I did, and it worked.
So if as always, Phil's hand is held for his whole entire thing. It's just the way he operates. It's just how he fucking does things. He doesn't try and figure things out for himself. He just basically trusts what he's told by certain individuals, and without trying to vet information himself or anything. For goodness sake. Classic fucking DSP. But Jesus Christ, man. So that was 10 years ago. So yeah, 10-year anniversary of his audience fucking telling him what to buy. It comes round again, and his audience will probably tell him what to buy this time around as well.
I was like, oh, thanks. I don't even know what it is. Okay, so anyway, that was another thing. Now, one other thing that sadly I don't think is fixable. Basically, no matter what, our seating arrangement is not going to be equal, because this chair, my office chair, it's not really an office chair. This is meant to be like a luxury office/gaming chair. It actually has full memory foam lumbar support. It actually has real comfy memory foam reclined seating, and it's so comfortable. It's the best chair I've ever had. And I now had this, for almost 3 years. I want to say we got it in like 2021 or 2022. I can't remember. So far, it's the best gaming chair I've ever had. It's so good. So different from the shitty ones that people try to sell you online with the referral codes. Those are junk. This one's actually well made. The catch is, this chair is very low to the ground and doesn't have height adjustment. That's the catch. That's probably why it only costs like $300 instead of like $500, because it didn't have that. It's a basic chair with really nice comfort features.
If this is working, because it's lagging hard for me right now.
Hey, I can hear Prophet finally. Welcome to the call, Prophet. How you doing, pal?
There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere.
You said it was lagging hard for you. Well, hopefully you can hear us okay.
There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control tonight.
No, he's dropped from the call. We can't hear. Balls.
I'm not here to play a character.
Yeah, Prophet's having tech issues, it seems. You mean, if it gets sorted, you can hop back in.
Probably why it only costs like $300 instead of like $500, because it didn't have that. It's a basic chair with really nice comfort features. So the thing is, we can't find anything that's the same height as this chair. We looked at all these ottomans, stools, and other chairs. We couldn't find anything this low to the ground. So the best we did was the chair that I used. We bought this. It's a very small mini office chair that we found at like a discount store, and it's comfortable. Like I sat on it the whole 2.5 hours on Wednesday night, and it actually was comfy. It didn't hurt my ass or anything, and it has back support, which is really nice. But even then, I was much higher up than this chair, and it doesn't seem like there's anything I can really do about that. And so people are like, well, why don't you buy another one of the chairs? Here we go again, right? The solution is just to spend tons of money that I don't have. So number one, this chair, I don't even know if I can get it again. You know, I bought it 2-3 years ago. I don't even know if it's available on Amazon anymore. I haven't looked into it. That's number one. Number two, this chair is big, and there's no way we could fit 2 of them next to each other here in the office on camera. It wouldn't fit.
I mean, if cat can fit, the chair can fit. Come on, Phil. Come on now. If the cat fits, so will any fucking chair.
It's actually that wide. I mean, just to show you, this is how wide the chair is. This is my hands on the edges of the arms, and I'm just lifting my arms straight up. Now I'll move that to the.
I mean, Phil, come on, now. Hold on. This is too good to fucking ignore. Hold on.
This is such a low blow. I'm not even going to take the opportunity for a low blow here.
Do it.
No.
Here we go.
Hey, Prophet, welcome back, pal.
Oh, I guess Canadian do it.
Okay. So I'll explain how Phil has it set up right now. He uses a Focusrite 2i2, which is a USB amp DAC. Now, Alt Insider and as well as Fantastic Mr. Sam, they both use the same one, except I think Sam uses the Gen 3, Alt uses the Gen 2, and Phil uses the Gen 1. The issue with the microphone is XLR input using phantom power. The problem is it's going through USB, and it will suffer from USB crosstalk. So that's why you always have issues with Phil's microphone, because his Focusrite 2i2 gets power from the USB port. The other Focusrite 2nd gen and 3rd gen have their own power supply. So that's why Phil has so many issues with his microphone.
I thought Phil said he didn't use USB port though earlier, and he said it was.
Yeah, I was
Yes, he
thinking,
does.
is it a 3.5 mil into a USB?
Nope. The Focusrite 2i2 is a USB DAC/amp. It's an external DAC. It's basically it's an external sound card. That's what it is.
Ah, that's where 3.5 comes in. Now I get it.
Yeah, like it's so he goes in XLR to the 2i2 and then USB from the 2i2 to the PC. The problem is that Phil's motherboard has a lot of USB issues. There's many motherboard BIOS updates to fix USB mismatch problems. He's never done that. So he has serious USB problems with his PC all the time. That's why when his video chops up, like when he's playing like Tekken or whatever game and it starts chopping up on his end, we don't see that. He does because his USB ports are having problem managing the power.
I'm sorry.
So like his audio setup,
Anyway,
audio setup is jank as fuck.
I'm just extremely distracted. I don't know if you actually see the screen right now, Prophet, because I think you're on a call and I don't know if you're at work or something, so you might not see it. I just done a freeze frame of like Phil. Yeah, if Phil, this doesn't look real. This looks like I've manipulated it. All I've done is remove the background. All I have done is remove the background, and it looks like I've been like in Photoshop trying to intentionally make him look strange. But I swear, all I've done is remove the background. I don't know how.
It looks like
His left hand has gout.
It's like he's made wacky inflatable inflating tube man.
I don't
No,
understand
he's
how
just
this happened.
he's
Look at the arms though.
Oh,
he's explaining how big Cat is.
God.
That's all.
Mister, you got to stop. Mister made something horrible.
Oh god.
Oh God.
Nah.
Even Prophet is knowing that. Even the most perverted pitch person in chat, like Prophet, is knowing that. You crossed a line, Mister.
No.
Some line should not be crossed. Even when
You should put
Prophet is
LTG
saying
in there
no.
instead of Phil.
Oh,
Put LTG in there instead of Phil. There you go.
oh my God.
Be better.
Oh,
Oh, honestly.
Or Rich. Put Rich in there. Put Rich in there instead of Phil.
Oh God.
There you go. Then you got it.
I just don't
With
understand
Rich
how
that has
it's-
a cucumber in his mouth at the same time. That's what you got to do, Mister. Do that. And DM it to me.
He just DM it to me. Jesus Christ, what are you like? Oh my God! Thank you very much for explaining the microphone situation, the audio issue, and all that jazz.
His best bet is just to go get like a Yeti that has the multiple microphone settings like cardio, stereo, everything like that.
Exactly, yeah.
And it'll
So you
just
got
make it so
options.
much easier.
Yeah, even
Those
I've
are
got,
those.
this HyperX I've got has the options we can change it on the fly. You can have it be just like one direction only focused on. You can have it be like both sides. You can have it surround. Yeah. Those the multiple choice, and they're still good quality microphones as well, of course. But it's bizarre that Phil is hyper focused on quality when he doesn't care about trying to add on these like noise gates and filters, though. That's always confused me. Like he gets the most expensive thing and then doesn't utilize it at all.
Yeah, but his audio setup. When did he get it? I think it was like 2015 when he got the 2i2 and the microphone, and he saw it on like another big YouTube streamer that had that set up, and then Phil said I should get that. That's how that went down, from what I remember. And he goes over about the 2i2. He basically just plugged it in. He didn't set anything up. He just plugged in the sound card. He plugged in the microphone, and then away he went.
Oh, goodness me.
So,
yeah.
Okay, I gotta jump out.
Chorus.
What did Chorus
later,
say?
guys.
I like that imposing to a certain tip necessity.
Jesus Christ, money! I impose an M for money. Oh, goodness me.
I just think the 60s Batman scene change. They did a little.
Oh, goodness me. Anyway, let's just crack on with bingo. Very strong start so far. People try to say it is hand graphs. If hand graphs were on the card, this would count as hand graphs because Phil was demonstrating, well, is it well, not hand graphs. What was it
It's
people
not a
wanted?
graph.
Phil was demonstrating something from size using his hands.
Well, it's a measurement, technically.
Yeah. Well, it's not a card anyway, so it's not really, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, let's just crack on with a bingo.
The chair is. This is my hands on the edges of the arms, and I'm just lifting my arms straight up. Now I'll move that to the side. Where does it fit? It doesn't. It doesn't fit on. It would be the two of us hanging off camera, basically. It doesn't fit. It's too big. So the other thing is, well, why don't you just get another small chair and both of you sit in small chairs? We could do that, but that would entail moving this fucking giant chair every time we do co-op and then moving it back, which is going to be a huge hassle. So see what I mean? Like, there's no real easy way to fix the situation. I think the seating, does it look silly? It does.
That sums up Phil's entire philosophy. There's no
easy
way. There's no easy way. He's always looking for the easy way. He's not looking for the best way. He's not looking for the most optimal way. He's always looking for the easiest way to do things. Because why put effort into something if you can just do it easily and not have it, work as well? But on you go.
Complain.
Yeah, complain about something. Go for it.
Sorry, Phil. I had to dismantle a three-seater recliner sofa on a twerked knee. Then I had to go move stuff around because I wanted to do it and it needed doing. It's just like that chair's 10k at most? I'm sorry, screw you. Lifting up a three-seater sofa on its side and up, that's 40k at minimum because it's metal frame and everything. Fuck you, Phil.
Phil, you know what Phil's like, though. Like, in terms of, like, he's always about doing things easily and not...
Shut up, Canadian man.
Yeah. He tweaked his knee, not twerked his knee. He tweaked his knee. Not twerking, no. Well, I cannot confirm or deny if Dashi does twerking.
I'm high up here, she's down here. If we swap seats, it's going to be the same. She's going to be up here, and I'm going to be down here. So we're never going to be equal level when we do this. I would actually say of all the issues, that was the least, right? I would think getting the audio issues resolved is actually a bigger thing than the height of us sitting on camera. I don't think the height is really that big of a deal. The only other thing that we noticed, so this here is called a pop guard, for those who don't know. Well, the purpose of this device is that when I'm talking into the mic or anyone talks into a mic, it stops certain kinds of sounds, and yes, it actually even stops like spittle from hitting the mic. So if I'm talking like this and my spit is flying, it catches it. And also, you notice how you don't hear a giant on the mic? The pop guard is doing that. Without that, if you go at the mic, you go boom, you hear these big voice or sounds. So that's what it stops. But it's huge, and I've had this one for ages. And the thing is, when it's just me, it's not a big deal. But when it's the both of us, and we're both kind of looking over and we're trying to see, hey, what's going on over there in the chat? And what are people saying? Even today, right now, I cannot see the chat. Literally from where I'm sitting right now, I can't see the chat. I have to do this and look over the pop guard or go like this. This is how I see it. So someone actually sent us a suggestion during the day off saying, we noticed your pop guard's really big and in the way. They sell better ones now for cheap. They're not expensive. And I got a link to on Amazon. It's like a $10 pop guard. What it is, instead of being a giant circle, they now make them curved and they sit right in front of the microphone, literally not blocking your field of view at all. It's just where the mic is.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've got one that's kind of curved kind of right over the microphone. It's not some big circle or whatever. It works very well as far as I can tell.
So whoa, well, that'll be a big improvement if it just sits in front of the mic. So I ordered it, and that's supposed to be coming later today. And if it shows up, I can use it as early as my late stream tonight. Set it up and see if that's a little better, so that way I can see you guys better, and you won't see this giant circle on camera anymore. Instead, it's gonna be right in front of the mic. You'll see more of me, which I know you want. You guys have told me so many times over the years, you absolutely need to see as much of me as possible. Even if I can minimize the game to like a tiny little corner down here and just have my face blown up on the rest of the screen, that's what you're looking for. So I'm listening to your feedback. I'm gonna give you what you want. Okay. So there you go. So that's what we're going with right now. All right. And so good stuff. And I hope that you guys liked the co-op on Wednesday night. Okay. So here's the deal. It went well. We did about 2.5 hours of Dondoko Island. In the 2.5 hours we played, we got the island to 2-star rating. Okay. It finishes when you're at 5-star rating. And we got 2 big rewards, $10,000 and then $30,000 of in-game currency. 40 grand in one session. When I go back to play the main game, I'm going to be able to buy equipment, weapons, do the rest of the training courses at the school, which then is going to allow me to unlock further into the jobs that I wanted to unlock. Like, I'm going to have tons of stuff as a result of us doing this together. So this is huge and very, very good. This is going to help the playthrough tremendously. When I go back to the main game, we're going to be like swimming in progress because of this, okay? Now, the other cool thing is we are now going to play it again, at least probably twice a week. You guys liked it. We're going to do it probably twice a week. If it ends up getting too much, we can reduce the amount we do it maybe down to 1 time a week. But right now, we figure 2 nights a week doing this is good. And by the way, the feedback was great. Basically, people were like, yes, at first it was a slow start, but once you guys got comfortable, it seemed like it was going more naturally. You were interacting better. The game, my wife, just so you know, Kat loved it. When we were out of here, she was smiling ear to ear. She was like, I'm so happy because that was so different from the experience 5 years ago on Halloween. You know, we kept the chat completely controlled. The trolling that they attempted was a complete waste of time. It didn't affect anything. We shut down all the bullshit right away, and we were able to just focus and have fun together and be natural together and enjoy gaming together. That's the kind of stuff we do all the time off camera on our days off, which I'm going to tell you about.
So I just want to highlight one simple little thing. It was a very first co-op stream, even though it wasn't technically really co-op, but you get what I'm saying. And from it, we have one of the greatest ever kind of like memes of like, you know, like, hold on, let's just see. What were the things I liked? I mean, this. Darks of the Flow made this. This.
Oh God.
This GIF, this is incredible. This is fantastic. I love this. You know, this is so good. Oh yeah, and this human is Cerulean. You know, look at my skeletons, bitch. He made a version of like he made a GIF as well of people if they want to use this. You know, like there is, and people can do whatever they want with it. In case people have not seen it,
Mitsuru's out of
the audio. God damn the audio. I'm not gonna have the audio, but it's real. Like, you know, people. You know, he actually posted a video clip as well. When I first saw the photos of this mouth at cat, I thought it was fake. Like D-Dog, like, you know, tagged me on Twitter and like, you know, sent it to me, and I said to him, "What have you done to that picture?" And D-Dog's like, I haven't done a single thing. This is the picture." And yeah, here's a video source to prove Cat really did that with her mouth. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, for God's sake. So yeah, this is their very first co-op stream, and it has provided detractors with something that may never go away. You know, this might be basically the cat version of the O-Face in terms of, like, you know, legacy. This might be the one thing that can define her from now on. Never mind having a horse head or whatever. This particular massive fucking, you know, whatever the hell this face was, that might be what defines them. That might be their legacy. Big ups to Master on the Pizza Slicer for popping a 4-month membership message and saying Clydesdale Kit has proven to be some decent gold. That's exactly. Detractors have milked this for the last couple of days comfortably. So there we fucking go. Oh, for God's sake. And yeah, Phil's saying, so Phil's said at first that the chair was donated by a fan, and then he said he bought it. This is what I'm saying. You've seen it there. The confusion which is being caused here. I fucking don't have it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Link, retweet. Definitely retweeting that. There we go. But yeah. But yeah, Phil's causing so much confusion because first he said he fucking bought the chair, and then he said it was donated to him, or the other way around or something. Who fucking knows? So yeah, Phil, as usual, can cause him so much confusion by not being clear with, you know, the things he's saying, he's telling his audience to different fucking things. Very odd. It is what it is, I guess. It's just Phil being Phil. Oh, for goodness sake. Hold on. Phil's stream's been annoying. Let me fix it. I think I have a good way to fix it, and it's by doing this, and then this, and then just click on this. It should be. Yeah, if I can, goodness sake, hold on.
Be natural together and enjoy gaming together. That's the kind of stuff we do all the time off camera on our days off, which I'm going to tell you about, because that was actually a part of our day off yesterday was Skull and Bones, which I'm going to explain. So that's what I mean, to be able to share that with you guys was actually something really special, and there was a good audience for it. People liked it. The feedback is overwhelmingly positive. Most people were like, yeah, this is really good, please keep doing it. Of course, people giving us suggestions for improvement, and we appreciate all of those. We want to improve the audio setup. We want to improve things gradually once we figure these out. The way I see it is, again, with the Dondoko, it's a mini game, so we're going to do it for a few weeks, probably 2 weeks, tops 3 weeks maybe, to finish it. And then when we get to the next thing, that'll be more of a serious playthrough, right? Then we'll consider maybe investment in some things to make it better. Again, whether that's an additional microphone, whether that's buying a separate set of headphones for her, whatever it may be, we're going to figure this out. Already the pop guard is going to be in play, okay? So, great stuff, and I can't wait for more. Kat absolutely loved it, and she's stoked for the next stream, which is really awesome. Okay, so let's continue. So that was Wednesday night. Now let's talk about yesterday, because yesterday was my day off, ladies and gentlemen, and so it is time, indeed, for our weekly Phil's Day Off segment. And got a bunch of interesting stuff to talk about in the Phil's Day Off segment this week, one of which is the Microsoft discussions. However, I will save that because I'd like to talk about that in a DSP news segment instead, okay? So for the Phil's Day Off segment, essentially yesterday was our final chill day before basically we are going to be doing a big busy day. Like next week is our big once a month where we have all of our appointments and important things lined up. We've got to drive around all day next week and do a million things. So because of that, this is our last opportunity to have a more relaxing day. And much like a couple weeks ago, yeah, there was not much I really had to do. So because of that, I was able to stay home most of the day. I only had to do like grocery shopping and a real quick errands, and that was it. So ultimately what happened was, after getting all my errands done pretty quickly, all right, we looked into what we wanted to do for the day, and something happened. I never expected it. My wife says to me, so I want a game to play between now and the release of Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma 2, for those who don't know, comes out around middle of March. She's like, that's the next game I'm eyeballing. I'm really excited for it. I want to play it, but I don't want to jump. I don't want, you know, I just need something else to kill time. Even if it's not that serious of a game or whatever, I just need something to play. And of course, I've been suggesting all kinds of Game Pass games to her. Like, what about Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice? That way you'll know what this is for when the sequel comes out, if you want to play the sequel or not. What about Persona 3 Reload that just came out? Because she liked Persona 4. She started Persona 5 but didn't get too far in it. I'm like, you know, you might like that. It's a total remake from the ground up of Persona 3. Persona 3 is a great game. I'm sure they probably fixed the issues I had with it. So I'm giving her all these suggestions. And basically I go out, I do all the errands. And I come home, and she goes, I've decided what I want to do. I want to try Skull and Bones. And I was like, what? Like, I was blown away. Like, she would want to try that. Because she knows all about the game. She knows it's been stuck in development hell for nearly a decade. She knows about the stories of, you know, of all the problems with this game and everything. And I was like, huh? And she's like, yeah, basically because, you know, it has the ship combat of Assassin's Creed 4, and also other Assassin's Creed games in the future had that, and she loved the ship combat. And she says, maybe it'll have something fun about it. And I was like, well, you know, that's up to you. But of course, she's doing it the smart way. Did she spend $70 on it? No. You'd have to be nuts to do that. She basically got Ubisoft Plus, which is the monthly subscription. It's $18 a month, and you get access to all of Ubisoft's games for the month, you know. And by the way, if you do that, you get all the advanced access, and you get all the deluxe versions, okay? So she decided to basically do...
Shut up, Phil. Thank you to Diablo Horror Darkness for popping the 3-month member message and saying, for me, Skull and Bones is a fun game, not perfect, but I enjoy it a lot with friends in Discord, but that is me, I at least have fun. It does sound like a game which primarily, you know, the most fun you'll get out of it is probably as a multiplayer game to play with other people. Generally speaking, most games are kind of like that, you know, especially games kind of like that, where it's encouraging kind of, you know, cooperation and everything else. So yeah, I've not played it myself, but it does sound, you know, it sounds interesting for sure. That is fucking, YouTube's being a fucking pain.
Do that, and then to get it off Ubisoft Plus. So she was able to get Skull and Bones on her Xbox Series S, Deluxe Edition, like Premium Edition, which comes with extra missions and a few extra in-game things for doing it. And this was the Advanced Edition. I guess the game technically comes out today, but if you had gotten the Special Edition, it came out like a day early. So she was able to play it yesterday, okay? So let's talk about Skull and Bones. We played it for 2 hours, and here was our experience, okay? When you first boot up Skull and Bones, you're essentially on a ship that immediately gets destroyed, and so you're with, like, this skeleton crew. It's like you and 2 other people on, like, a skiff, a tiny little boat that's just going around, and your job is essentially to survive. So you're, like, you know, sailing around fighting sharks with, like, spears. And you basically have to gather a few resources, do like mini missions, and then get to the first town, which is called St. Anne. All right. So at first, it's kind of interesting because you're learning the controls. It's a little different than, you know, when you're on the skiff. It's different than when you played Assassin's Creed. And the graphics, I'll be honest, they're not terrible, but they're also not good. Like the water effects are hilarious. It looks like fuzz. It looks like fuzz is coming on your bows. Like, is that supposed to be water, or are you like in the field of pollen in the middle of spring? Like, what is this? The effects are bizarre. I think they use their own graphics engine called Anvil, and honestly, it doesn't look that good. I was like, why did they go with that? They could have easily gone with something else. It was just weird to me. I was scratching my head, like, why did they go with that? So once you arrive at St. Anne, all the story begins. I said the story begins because basically this is where the game guides you, but what you quickly start to understand about Skull and Bones is that there is no story. Skull and Bones is the story of you being a pirate, and that's it. And what I mean by that is, what does a pirate do? Well, you probably need a ship. You probably need to arm that ship with, like, weapons. You probably need to eventually recruit more crew members. You need to go out and sail, and you're probably going to be fighting other ships and pillaging and plundering certain areas and things like that. Yes, that's the game. No, that's the whole game. Like, there's no actual narrative to it. It's just, you just play it for the sake of playing it. There's no story involved. That's what I mean when you think about, oh, well, Assassin's Creed 4. Edward Kenway. He was one of the best protagonists in Assassin's Creed history. He was super unique. His story was great. There was great supporting characters. There's none of that in Skull and Bones. There's no narrative. You're just going to a town and talking to NPCs. They're giving you missions, which are essentially go out there and sack ships, gather resources, craft things, improve your ship and crew, and then go out there and do it again. That's the game. That's the entirety of the game. Okay? Now, if you're okay with that, then good for you. If you like that, if that gameplay loop sounds exciting to you, then maybe this is the game for you. But if you were looking for any kind of a meaningful story, there's zero. They didn't even write one. They didn't even bother with that. Okay? If you've ever heard of like the term games as a service, I think this is like the poster child textbook example of what that will become if games as a service just becomes the standard in the industry. There's no point to playing Skull and Bones besides wasting your time, but if you enjoy your time that you're wasting, then I guess it's okay. One of the notable things about Skull and Bones is
I felt that you basically just summed up video games. You basically just summed up hobbies. Phil just explained what hobbies were that right there. You know, any hobby is a waste of time, but if you enjoy that hobby, it's perfect. It's okay. Yes, Phil. That's generally how these things work.
Immediately when you start playing, even before you get to the first town of St. Anne, it's co-op. You can immediately team up with people online. And, yeah, like, basically, it immediately throws you into this online world. The funny part about it is you don't even understand what it means. It's like, oh, so-and-so, you know, wants to join the party. Do you just say yes? Do you say no? I don't know. What does it entail? So, okay, let's join the party. So you say join party. And then what happens is everyone's still playing the game separate. Like, you still have to play it separately. It reminds me of, like, World of Warcraft, where you're in a party, but everyone's doing different things. But if you're in the same mission, what you all have to do is go talk to the same NPC to advance the story. There's no story, but advance the mission to go to the next part. So, for example, we're in the tutorial area, sailing around. We join a group just to see what it does. It doesn't seem to do anything. And then we talk to the NPC, which advances the mission. Okay, let's go to the next mission. Oh, you can't because the other person in your group didn't talk to the NPC yet. Huh? So now I gotta fucking go pull this fucking no-load and get them to play the game. What are they doing? Scratching their ass, sailing around fucking... Who knows what they're doing, right? So I gotta wait for them. So unless you're gonna team up with people you know and you're gonna voice communicate and coordinate, don't go into multiplayer with randoms. It immediately is a hassle in this game. There's no fucking point to doing it, okay? So, anyway, some hilarious moments of us playing Skull and Bones. Hilarious moment number 1. Kat is sailing around in the skiff, all right? And she needs to gather resources to build her first ship. As she does it, first of all, we quickly realize there's no actual, like, action in the game. It's all quick time events. So you go to harvest wood, all of a sudden a giant saw appears on the screen with a meter, yellow, green, and red, and you have to press the button when it's in the green to harvest maximum wood. And I was thinking to myself, this looks familiar somehow. I gotta put my finger on it, okay? So then, oh, we gotta harvest coconuts. Well, you have a sickle, and it shows a sickle attacking a tree, and you have to press the button when it's in the green, or else you don't harvest as many coconuts, or you fail and you don't get the coconuts, okay? So you never get off the boat. You never actually do these things. They're all quick time events, okay? So we're doing all this harvesting, gathering, and then all of a sudden the game freezes. We're like, oh no, the game froze. Did it save anything? It freezes, I'm not kidding you, for about 15 to 20 seconds. Then all of a sudden the game unfreezes and plays at 10 times speed. So we went from frozen to our boat has a rocket in its ass and it goes boom and starts flying across the ocean and it careens into the shore and it goes boom. We're like, what the fuck just happened? What is this shit? Yeah, it's a fucking piece of shit game, like turbo boat got into the ground, like explosions. Like what the fuck? So I'm like, okay, so that was hilarious. Also, there's an unlimited supply of sharks. Everywhere you go in the game, there's a shark attacking you constantly. So you're throwing unlimited spears at sharks, trying to kill off Jaws. Like, Jaws is hunting you endlessly in this game. Just get the fuck away from me. It's so stupid. How many fucking sharks could there possibly be in the ocean that want to eat you? It doesn't make any sense. But you know what it is? You need gameplay, and this is the gameplay of the game, so they have to put that in there. Okay? So eventually, you're going to gather enough resources to build your first ship. All right? So you go to St. Anne, you build your first ship. And I wish this was an exaggeration. I wish I was making the story up. I promise you this is God's honest truth. Kat is going to sail out for the very first time. Her first mission, go destroy 2 ships. You know, be a pirate. Go destroy two light cargo ships. And then come back with the spoils of your sacking of the ships. She's going to sail out of the first harbor of the game, St. Anne. It's the starter harbor. And there's 2 ships, giant ships sitting in the harbor. She's like, what's that? She sails out. They immediately aggro to her and instantly destroy her boat. What was that? This is the starter harbor. Why would there be giant enemy ships sitting in the harbor? So in this game, when your ship gets destroyed...
Phil, you're a pirate, though. So naturally, these, like, people are going to be defensive against pirates and immediately aggro to the threat of a pirate. coming towards them. So, to me, that makes sense. Why they would immediately aggro on you, because the pirate is the one that's threatening their livelihood and their lives.
You have to go back to where your ship was and gather the resources because they drop. If you don't, you lose all your resources. So she respawns, and they're still there. What the fuck is going on? Why are there 2 ships there? They're not, by the way, this is not human-controlled ships. These are just NPCs, like actual computer-controlled enemy ships sitting there. So she pulls up her spyglass and looks. They're level 10 ships. Level 10. She's level 2. She just started the game. Why are there level 10 ships in the starter area? So she tries to sneak by. She grabs the cargo. She sneaks, and now they're chasing her. I'm not kidding you. I timed it. They chased her for 5 minutes. They wouldn't leave her alone. They chased her across half the fucking map of the game until finally they broke off their pursuit. It didn't make any sense. Like, this is the beginning of the game, and this is what they throw at you? So finally, you know, she's out of there, and she's like, well, I could go destroy the ships, but let me explore. So she did. She sailed around. She sailed around for a little bit. She liked that they were singing sea shanties and stuff, just like they did in Assassin's Creed when she was sailing around. She enjoyed that. Did a little bit of combat here. Some loot. Again, the looting is a joke. You go to another town, you can't access the town. All you do, you press a button, you're in a menu. Oh, you want to buy stuff? You're still on your ship. You literally never leave your ship. You just sit on your ship, and it's like there's an inventory menu that opens up. You can buy items from a vendor. That's it. There's no town exploration whatsoever in the game. Okay? She goes and fights a ship, and it says, do you want to board the ship and try to take it over rather than destroy it? Sure. She presses the button. There's a meter that blinks. Okay, your guys are on the ship fighting it. Wait, what? Yeah, your guys are on the ship fighting it right now. Well, can I go do that? No, that's not in the game. It's just automatic. It just does it, like, off camera, and then you'll find out after the fact what happened. You don't actually board the ship and fight it or anything. That doesn't exist. Huh? So literally the entire game, you're just sitting on your ship, or you're walking through one town of St. Anne, and that's it. At least in the early portion of the game, that's all you can do. Quick time events and button pushes on the ship. That's the whole fucking game. So finally, she's coming back to St. Anne, all right? And again, the fucking warships are still guarding the port of St. Anne. So she tries to sneak by again. They destroy her ship instantly again. So she respawns at St. Anne, drives back out, gets her resources, goes back to St. Anne. She goes to talk to an NPC. The NPC, you know, is supposed to do, okay, you destroyed the first 2 ships. Congratulations, here's your reward. It gives her reward, and the game just stops. Everyone's just awkwardly like standing here like this. Huh? The NPC finished their dialogue, but didn't finish the scene. So everyone's just like standing around like this. Huh? What do we do? You press every button, nothing happens. You press start, nothing. Nothing works. You're just frozen. Everyone just forgot their lines. It's like you're in the movie, someone forgot their lines, so everyone just stands around awkwardly. So she closes the game. She reboots the game. It didn't save any of that. So now she would have had to go back from when she destroyed the ships, get past the Armada again, get back to the first town, and do the whole thing. And she's like, fuck this. And she closed it. She's like, I'm not playing this ever again. I was like, wow. That's quadruple A game development, according to Yves Guillemot. That's their first ever quadruple A game, baby. Wow, that's a lot to offer. Now, basically, here's the deal, all right? It's not that it's awful. It's just not a good game. You can tell this is a game that's not finished. You can tell this is a game that was likely rushed and released because they had to. If you don't know the story of Skull and Bones, this game started development around the same time as Sea of Thieves. And you remember how many years ago Sea of Thieves released? They were announced the same E3. And everyone was like, what's the coincidence that Ubisoft and Microsoft are both making a pirate, like, online co-op survival game at the same time? It's weird, right? But Sea of Thieves released, flopped, kept selling because it was on you know, their on-demand service. I forget, it wasn't called Game Pass back then. It was something else. And then it got a player base, and it got a community, and then a bunch of fucking trolling and a bunch of toxic shit got associated with that community. But today, it's a healthy game. It thrives. It has tie-ins with like Monkey Island and other things. Like, it's done well for itself over these years. This game still didn't come out. It's been 10 years, and Skull and Bones still didn't come out. This game has been started over twice, I believe. It was developed by 10 or more different Ubisoft studios, all working different parts of it at remote locations. Okay, and the real reason this game came out, for those who don't know, Ubisoft Singapore. Yes, they have a Singaporean development branch. Made a deal with the Singaporean government. They took a government grant to make this game. So they took government money and said, thank you for the money. We're going to use this to develop our game and make it better because it's going to be a product of Singapore. But then the game kept getting delayed and canceled, and Singapore got on their ass and was like, we gave you money. You can't just not release the game that we gave you money to develop. You have to release it, or else we're going to basically go to court with you and give you all these fines and penalties for violation of our agreement. Like, you can't just screw the government, you know? So basically, they had to release it. And I really feel like they totally released this game in this condition because they were legally bound to. They didn't have a way out of it, or else they were going to get really into big trouble. So you play the game and you're like, it totally feels like it's not finished. Like they rush it. And by the way, remember I was saying, oh, the quick time events to harvest, you know, resources? And I was saying it seems similar to something. Yeah, you want to know what it seems similar like? A mobile game. This whole game, Skull and Bones, feels like you're playing a mobile game.
Oh, you'd know all about that, Phil, wouldn't you? You're an expert on mobile games, and a particular mobile game at that.
Entire time, and I was thinking to myself, this is a mobile game. Everything about it could be played on a phone. There's literally nothing with complex controls. It all could be done touchscreen phone. And I was like, I bet that's what it is. How much do you want to bet this was a mobile game or was being developed as a mobile game? And then at some point they said, let's just make this the real game. And then that's it. This is the game. Oh my God.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
But by far of all the time, I wish we had a camera rolling when the game froze for 15 seconds, unfroze, and our boat turboed into the shore like it was rocket powered and just exploded. I wish I had that on camera for you guys. That was the most fucking hilarious moment I've seen in ages in any game. We were both laughing hilariously at how bad the fucking game is. So now here's the thing. I've heard a few people saying, oh, it's not that bad. Here's the deal. It's time to stop giving games a pass because you're playing it with friends and you like it with your friends. All right? It really is. It's time to stop with this nonsense. Because here's the deal. I'm going to name a few games for you guys, okay? Destiny 1 and 2. Okay? The Tom Clancy co-op games, which I forgot what the name of it. Not Ghost Recon. What are the ones where there's two of them and you team up with a team of people and you're co-op online, looter shooter shit? I can't remember what it's called anymore, but there were two of them. You guys are going to remember those, right? This whole industry, there's like, maybe I can name The Division. Thank you. The Division 1 and 2 and all of its expansions. Correct? And I'm sure you guys, now that I brought up Destiny and The Division, you guys can think of 10 more that are the same exact genre of game. Not to do the same gameplay, but it's you team up with your friends, you go online, you endlessly grind and do co-op, and it's a fun experience, okay? Fair enough. There's a place for those games, and there's definitely a genre. It's a genre to itself, and it's popular. It makes money. But at one point, when are we going to actually sit down and look at these games together and say, but are these games actually good? Or they...
But, Phil, games are not made just to specifically cater to your very niche requirements. You are a content creator and you have very specific requirements in what you think is a good game. It cannot be longer than 30 hours. It has to have like some sort of plot to it so you don't get too confused and you're forced to use your imagination. There's, you know, it has to have a robust single player element because of multiplayer film, multiplayer, you know, fucking, you know, it's like, yeah, and like, I'll say, you know, maybe Phil can play with all his friends.
Well, it's no wonder you don't have any friends.
It's just, yeah, this is such a dumb rant, Phil. He cannot look at this from a gamer's perspective. He is, you know, hardwired to only focus on his own, you know, limited perspective and his own narrow like stance, you know, because of what he's done, because of who he is. Also, of course, let me this is a good freeze frame, so yes, let me try and make the most of it and get a little screenshot of it. I've been spoilt today with Phil's fucking freeze frames. Here we go. Dash, you still there, pal, or did you fall asleep?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just focusing on WWE champions, ironically.
Jesus Christ, no worries. I just want to make sure you're still okay. Remember, so Dash,
yeah, I'm still alive.
Yeah, no worries, just making sure. But yeah, also Dash was telling me before we started, he is extremely tired, very tiring day for him. If Dash, I'll say again, if you need to peace out at any point because you're knackered, just feel free to. You don't have to, you know, force yourself if you're really tired. But I certainly do appreciate it.
I'm still good.
Good stuff. Let me just eat this towards my members in the Discord we've got, so they can appreciate and enjoy. I still cannot believe my mind still can't process this. Like, how is this real? I don't understand how this is real. It defies logic how this is a real image, not altered. This is just. I removed all that happened was the background was removed. So that was all. That was literally it. The background got removed.
Mister?
And that was it.
Sorry, dress him up as Ronald fucking McDonald. Just the head and face.
Oh, for God's sake, don't give him ideas. Oh, God, anyway, let's crack on with Bingo.
Only entertaining because you're having a social experience with your friends as you experience them. I challenge you to tell me the story of The Division 1 or 2 is good. Like, wow, I'm so happy I played The Division because that was one of the best stories I've ever seen in game, right? Or even that the gameplay loop is that good. Or did you enjoy The Division 1 and 2 because you played it with a bunch of friends? And you teamed up and you had camaraderie and it was fun, you were joking with each other when you played it, right? And again, that's okay, but there's a problem with that. You got these inferior games. They don't play well. And a lot of these games launch awful, and then over a year or two get improved because now the game's out there, people bought it, so now you got post-release support that makes these games better, or maybe even eventually what they were intended to be at launch, but they rushed the game out, right? But we have to stop, as consumers, accepting that games come out unfinished. Skull and Bones is not even a half-finished game. All you have to do is play it for 20 minutes and you're going to realize that. You're like, what is this shit? Like, there's no story. There's no actual gameplay in any town besides the starter town. You can't fight hand-to-hand. You can't board enemy ships besides a meter. You can't harvest things besides a quick-time event. Like, where's the gameplay? The gameplay loop is like playing a mobile game on your phone. So why did you buy a console game? It doesn't make sense. And the problem is, if we accept games like this, and we say, oh, it's fun to play with friends, fine, but is it a good game? I don't care if you had fun fucking around with your friends. Because the truth is, right now, you go to the movie theater, and you can see the worst movie you've ever seen, but you're joking with your friends, and it's a great time. Does that mean the movie's good, and people should go?
Phil, that's not a very good comparison. Look, if you're going to a fucking movie theater with your fucking friends, you're going to be kind of mainly quiet for most of it, because unless you're fucking dicks, you fucking talk for the goddamn movie together. No, Phil, it's a bad comparison. a better comparison would have been like doing something like, you know, you went to a, you played sport, you played a sport, okay? You went to your fucking local sports club and you played a certain sport. You played it by yourself. You had an alright time. You played the same sport with your friends. You had more fun because you were playing with your friends.
Go watch it? No. It means you made fun of it so bad that it was a good time. That doesn't mean the movie was good. So it's the same thing with games. Just because you made fun of the game and you fucked around and had a social experience with your friends doesn't mean the game was good. It just means you found a way to make the best of the situation, right?
That can be applied to literally anything in the fucking planet. That logic can apply to literally anything. Look, here's a good example. Red Dead Redemption 2, okay? Magnificent story-based game. The story, the characters of Red Dead 2, unbelievably great. It's a beautiful looking fucking game. Everything, okay? So, and the story is a fantastic story. Some people don't like Red Dead for other reasons. The online mode of it didn't really fucking take off, you know what I mean? That kind of died, you know, for example. They've never been able to kind of get a good grasp of how to make Red Dead Online good and, you know, make people want to play it. You've also got the fact that it is actually it doesn't encourage creativity. It is quite linear, Red Dead 2. Whereas if you try and complete a mission creatively, the game will often say, no, you can't do that, which is a little bit annoying. Sometimes it's good to try and use your imagination and try and think outside the box to try and do some missions, for example. The game is quite... It does kind of feel a bit on the rails sometimes how it wants you to play the game. So there's a couple of complaints here. That's something. It's still a magnificent fucking game, and it has a couple of those flaws and limitations to it. And does that mean it's like not worth playing? Of course not. No, Phil's logic here is completely screwed. It really is. And Probit sums up quite well. Probit says, so Phil is angry that games have a social aspect which ruins it for him since he has no social life. Precisely.
So you have to stop this shit. Because if we keep rewarding games like this, oh, well, it was fun because I played it with my friends. I don't care. I don't care what you did with your friends. Was the game good? Compare it to other games that are out for the same price point of $70. They are charging $70 for Skull and Bone. This isn't even a $20 game at this point. I wouldn't pay $20. Cat paid $18 for Ubisoft Plus, played it for 2 hours, says, I got ripped off. I got completely ripped off. This is not a game. I agree. After doing it for 2 hours, that was a joke. That wasn't even close to a full game experience. No one should pay for that. At all. Yet now we're supposed to forgive this? Oh, $70, oh, it's fine because I played it with my friends and we had a good time. Fuck you and your friends. I don't care about what you did.
Oh my god. He actually went there. Fuck you and your friends. Isolate that clip. Isolate that clip right there.
Oh, $70, oh, it's fine because I played it with my friends and we had a good time. Fuck you and your friends.
God damn. Holy crap.
I'd like to bring up a counterpoint to this. Farming Simulator.
Oh, absolute. People just play that for goddamn memes, essentially. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, they like playing with their friends and seeing tractors flip up into space.
Exactly.
Go
yeah.
Simulator.
Goat Simulator. Yeah, remember, Phil likes Goat Simulator. There's no story in Goat Simulator. You go around a town, you try and get a couple of goals done, but it's a very silly game. And yet Phil's like, I laughed so hard playing that game. But is it a good game? Someone should ask. I certainly hope somebody in Phil's chat asks him, does that mean Goat Simulator is not a good game? Because, you know, where's the amazing story to it? You know, where's... Yes, yeah. Phil, it's a really strange argument Phil's trying to make here. Put it this way, I think he's just trying to justify why... Like, he's trying to... But he knows he hasn't got any friends. We all know he hasn't got any fucking friends to play with. And he's trying to justify why the way he plays games is more meaningful and stuff compared to how most people play games. Shout out to Barticus' dad. Barticus has an 83-year-old father playing farming simulator at the moment. That's fucking fantastic. I love the fact that your old man who's 83 years old is enjoying playing farming simulator. I do hope they enjoy flipping tractors. That would be hilarious to me. And also playing the game however they want to play it, of course. But yeah, to me that's fantastic stuff. But yeah, Phil's trying his best to, because he hasn't got any friends to share these fucking gaming experiences with. He's trying to basically justify why him playing games his way is better and more meaningful compared to how other people play games.
I don't care about what you did. You could also go play basketball with your friends and have a good time. That has nothing to do with the quality of the game. The game's terrible. So why are you saying that it's a passable experience when it's not? Right? I hate people who want to rationalize and justify shit like that. Sorry, my experience with Destiny, it never was good. It's not terrible, but it's nowhere near as good as a Halo experience. It's nowhere near as good as any real MMO. It's just a shooter that got tons of budget to advertise. So they always said it was the best one, and it wasn't. It's boring as dirt. It's a fucking boring-ass gameplay loop, and it never deserved an iota of the attention or popularity it got. People just fell in line to, oh, this is the good co-op game. I must play it. I must play it. It's just not that good. The Division is a joke. I played it, if you remember, I played it, as when it was free for like a week after E3 or something like that. I was like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, okay, you play with friends, but it's just, there's nothing special to this. There's nothing unique. Well, Fallout 76. Do you remember that debacle? How bad it released? And then I actually played it during...
Well, everyone says Fallout 76 is pretty fucking garbage, for sure. You know, absolutely for sure. Give me a second here. Well, give me a wee second here. 2 seconds. Sorry, I'm just trying to get something sorted here. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted, sorry. But yeah, I've never played Fallout 76. I can't say for sure what kind of game it is, but I do know everyone shits on Fallout 76. I do know it has earned a lot of criticism. You know, a lot of people don't like how that game turned out to be. And yeah, it's just... but some people like it though. Heather P likes the fucking game. I had fun playing Fallout 76 by myself, but even I admit it isn't a good game. But I can also make fun of most things. I immediately like that, and of course profit. Let's say lower the mood by standards. Saying what about Fallout 69? Yeah, what about it? Jesus Christ. But yeah, cool stuff. Anyway, let's crack on and go.
E3 week the year after, when it was free, and the game, I have a teammate who can't get off his knees. He's sliding around on the game endlessly on his knees like this, wee, like he's on treads, like he's on a tank, woohoo! And he's like, dude, this game's been out for like 4 or 5 months. Why is the game still so glitchy? You scoot around on your knees. Like, what the fuck is this junk? Oh, but it's a good game to play with your friends. No, it's not. It's junk. Stop buying and rewarding junk. If you keep buying and rewarding people with awful games like this, the whole industry will be this games as a service trash. Everything will be a click, a fucking mini game, tap the buttons, bullshit. All the games you buy will be trash. You have to stop. I don't care that co-op is fun. Demand better. Demand that the co-op game is better. Not that, oh, we had fun because we fucked around in it. Yeah, you could also fuck around in real life or in any other game and have a better experience. I don't want to hear it. Stop.
So, yeah, Phil's just losing his goddamn
We
mind
have a
at this
guest.
point. We have a guest, yeah. Q-Lump
Okay.
has got something else to say. So welcome Q-Lump to the call. Get it off your chest, pal.
Destiny and Division, both 1 and 2 of both games, are good games. And I'm not talking like as a friends in a co-op game. They are good games solo. In the last year, I basically took a brand new character from scratch, and I've got the majority of the gear in the game, playing solo. Eventually you have to do raids, but for the most part, solo. I enjoyed the living dog snot out of that game. I started replaying Division 2 so much that my little brother is now playing the game again. And he's found a whole group of friends that he's now playing with, and he's made a clan in the Division 2 years after its release. Both games are solid, well-built games in 2 different genres of shooters. One is a first-person shooter, one is a third-person cover shooter.
Like, okay, so the one
He
big
still
fundament,
doesn't
yeah.
know.
Sorry, on you go, sorry.
And he's trying to act like those games are only fun if you play with the group. No! Part of the fun in Destiny 2, if you're playing solo, is challenging yourself to do something beyond the normal. The last dungeon, because I haven't played the game in a few months now, the last dungeon that released, I can make it all the way up to the last boss of that dungeon solo. And that is made for 3 people with optimized loadouts. And I could do it solo. Because I wanted to challenge myself. I had fun doing that. Solo.
So, yeah.
Guess what? I was a part of people's groups.
Yeah.
And we got together and we would do that. It's frustrating because he shows how much ignorance he has of the gaming communities.
It's not just that, he's so this is Phil's big fundamental problem right here. It's not just about the fact that he hasn't got any friends to fucking share these experiences with. we all, every single one of us here on, you know, in this fucking stream, we all have our own interpretations as to what makes something entertaining and fun. Entertainment and enjoyment and all that is subjective. Phil is acting like it's an exclusive thing where this thing must be entertaining, and if he doesn't find it entertaining, then why the hell should you? He's hardwired stuck this way. Like, you know, Dash is into like these, like if for example, Dash is
Football Manager.
Well, not just Football Manager. You do these like tournaments as well. The cards, the tournaments, the
Oh yeah, I play Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't do that. Does that mean that? So based on that logic, if I was basically being a Phil, I'd be saying, oh, that's a fucking waste of time then. Of course it's not. No, Dash enjoys doing that. He finds entertainment in that. I don't do that, but that doesn't mean it's not something worth doing. But Phil's never been able to properly explain that. Understand that, sorry.
And even if you move on from his ignorance of how games are developed, how games are played, how people come together in gaming, he's trying to behave as if there is an objective fun or not fun factor, when it is an entirely subjective thing. Most people are not going to try to do solo dungeons in Destiny 2. They are just too hard. You have got to be on point the entire time you're doing it. Most people do not enjoy doing the very, very end game of the Division 2 because you have to be on point the entire time. You have to have a good build going in. But that, for some people, is fun. For others, it is boring as fuck and they don't want to be engaged in it. So they play it as a social thing. They play it as a once in a while thing. And that's what I wanted to say, is that the actual fun in those games is there. Even as solo players, even as group players, it's all there. And it all depends on what you want to do, what you want to play. I enjoy writing as much as I enjoy playing games. And I know I've told you this, but I've been working on a trilogy of books and I'm editing the first one right now. And I find that fun. But if you don't like writing, if you don't like editing, it is going to be the most boring thing you ever do.
It's subjective.
I am tired of this.
Exactly. It's subjective at the end of the day. And we're all different. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We all have different ways to be entertained, to be, you know, humoured, to be whatever. So yeah, it's all subjective.
And that's the point I wanted to get across, is it is entirely subjective, but a lot of these games that he bitches about, like specifically Division and Destiny, because he brought those games specifically into this conversation, those two games work best as multiplayer games. That's what they were advertised as.
Exactly.
That's what they were purchased as.
So point of them, for God's sake, exactly. Yeah.
And I will say this, and I will give credit where it's due always. I may not like Phil, but he has done a couple of good things. His Destiny 2 playthrough, where he had a full squad, the entire thing, the entire playthrough, that is his best content he has ever produced. Because it wasn't just him talking at you.
Bold claim.
Well, compare it to like other content creators, it's still dog shit.
Yeah.
But that is his best content because it wasn't just him. He was with people, and it's like this conversation we're having where we're going back and forth.
We may have to.
It wasn't just him talking at people.
That might be something worth exploring in one time, just to kind of see if that holds any weight by today's standards. So yeah, it's an interesting take for sure, and it might be worth checking out one time.
I'll still say it's garbage content compared to the average.
Oh yeah,
even back then, it's garbage even compared to the average back then. But for his content, for Philly Child's content, it is his best.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy for sure. but bottom line is, Phil cannot understand or accept entertainment is subjective. And also, Mr. made this. I do apologize, but Mr. made this fucking abomination. Megamind being cut by Megamind was how he phrased it.
All right, I got my 5 minutes. Thank you, man. I just wanted to point that out there, that if you do want to play Destiny, yes, it is still a fun game to play in 2024.
Of course, exactly. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, Phil can't understand that because it's for multiplayer and he hasn't got friends to play with. It's just Phil being salty because he's alone.
But here's the catch: you can make friends in the game.
Oh,
You can join, and I'm
you
not
can't
even
trust
joking
him.
about this.
You
You can
can't
join.
trust him. You can't trust anyone. You know how paranoid he is.
Oh, you can join a random because there's a few people who just make like they're basically at Bill's level of content creation, so they have about 100, 200,000 subs. He can join one of their discords. He can go in there and he can actually make friends to play the multiplayer games with.
But that would
And a
reveal
lot of
Phil's
those
Discord
clans and a
information.
lot of those guilds. And if he's going to eventually, and this is off topic, he's eventually going to have to step out of being a quote unquote solo person. No one who is a very popular streamer anymore, is even a growing streamer, is a solo act anymore.
Exactly.
The only people who are booby streamers, but they are a completely different style of content, and that isn't
The gameplay is on the focus.
he is the guy, D-Dog. But that's not his area of content, so he doesn't have to worry about competing against them.
Exactly,
He has to worry
yeah.
about co-carnage. He has to worry about all of these low-level people. And none of them do it solo anymore. They bring on guests every now and then. They sit there and they talk with their audience. And this one got me. And they do it while playing the game, so they don't have to take 90 minutes out of the stream talking at you.
It's such a
But
broken
I'm
way,
past-
yeah. And, yeah, it's such a his way of doing things, which he thinks is the best way to do it because he's been doing it for so fucking long. It's such a bizarre way of fucking doing things for sure. But this is what makes Phil the goddamn loco he is. You know, I mean, this is why
It is.
he's got this obsessed, detractor community just going, what the hell is wrong with him? But it is what it is. But,
All right.
yeah, cheers.
I'm
for
past the
helping
5 minutes.
Anyways, man, cheers for your input and takes. I do appreciate it, man. And cheers for sharing your own experiences with the games that Phil bash, like Destiny and all that jazz, and then Division.
Yeah, they're fun games, and if you ever get a chance to pick up Destiny 2, it gets you through most of the content. But I'm gonna hop off here. Thank you, man.
Anyways, catch you later. Cheers. Right, let's get back to DSP with a strong card, very strong card we got here, and let's see if we can get the full house.
Spending money on this trash. Stop rewarding idiots. Eve Gemo, right now, actually thinks he has a quad A game. Fuck him. Fuck his company and make him suffer. Don't buy this piece of shit. And then actually he won't be rewarded for idiocy. But the problem is you keep rewarding the idiocy by buying these terrible games. Do not buy Skull and Bones under any circumstances. Do not buy it. Do not play it. Do not watch someone play it. Do not get Ubisoft Plus. Do not even click on a picture of it. Do not even look at the art online. Don't watch a video of it. Don't do nothing. Stop wasting time on this shit. Because if it actually doesn't exist, it won't recoup its cost, and then they'll fucking stop with this bullshit, and they'll make good games again. But we have to stop entertaining garbage.
That is such a toxic fucking mentality. Can you imagine fucking trying to encourage a mass, movement of not getting a game just because you don't like it? But other people like the game,
Stop
Phil.
watching GameStar.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to that. Yeah, stop watching GameStar. Stop buying this game. He is
Similar.
literally
No, this is
full of
exactly the
logo.
fucking same.
Oh my god. I am probably as well saying, like I said in my video, don't give Phil money until you go away. Yeah, never troll tip Phil. Troll tips are a waste of fucking money. Even if it might be a bit funny for a second, but you're still giving Phil money at the end of the day.
Okay. So. That was
Fun.
was our day off, all right? Oh, by the way, what did we do after that? She downloaded Persona 3 Reload and started playing the first hour and a half of it. And of course, she's hooked on the story already. She's like, oh, the story is interesting. I'm like, yeah, I know. The Persona games are always like that. They have a story that hooks you. Now, what I'm curious, is she going to like the gameplay? I don't know if she's going to like the gameplay because the game is older. And I don't know if they've updated the combat to be more modern, like a modern JRPG, or if it is more outdated like the game was when I played it. So I don't know if she's going to end up liking it too much. But there you go. I guess we'll see. But yeah, she's playing Persona 3 now. And I wonder if she's going to stick with it for the next month until Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out. So there you go. And by the way, that's cool because I already played Persona 3, so I can't spoil myself on it. So I can watch her play with no issues, which is really cool. So, all right. So that was the Phil's Day. Oh yeah, and we had Indian food for dinner. I actually got lamb biryani rice, and she got a chicken tikka masala curry, and it was very delicious. We haven't had biryani rice in ages. The last time I had it was here on Feasting with Phil when we ordered it for like an event. It's super duper good. It's spicy, but it's got tons of flavor, all these veggies and stuff, and it's absolutely gourmet delicious. So there you go. Ellipsian says the combat is now pretty much Persona 5. They changed it. Good. I'm happy. I hope you're right. I'm happy to hear that because I want Kat to enjoy the game, and I know that if it is as outdated as it was when I played it, especially some of those dungeons, she's gonna be like ripping her hair out of her head. So hopefully they've improved it, and hopefully there's more saving. I really hope so. Anyway, so that was our day off. All right. However, during our day off, something else happened. Xbox came out and did their big podcast to address all the rumors. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for DSP News. We roll right into the next segment of the show. Phil Spencer comes out on this Xbox podcast yesterday and 1,000,000% confirms everything that I fucking said to a T. In fact, he went even further. Because if you remember what I said was, at worst, I bet what's going to happen is that Microsoft's going to say they're going to take some of their exclusive games that have been exclusive for a while and they're going to start porting them to, say, PlayStation, maybe in 6 months, right? Like, take a game like Hi-Fi Rush. It'll come out for Xbox first, you'll have the exclusivity window, and then they're going to port it to PlayStation, right? No, it wasn't even that bad. All Phil Spencer said was 2 things. Number 1, we are not giving up on hardware. Whoever made up that rumor is an idiot. In fact, our next gen of consoles, we're going to try to actually push the limits of technology. The next Xbox will be the most powerful console available. That's what we're aiming for. That's number 1. And number 2, yes, we're going to take 4 games that are Xbox exclusives now, and we are going to release them as third-party games. If they do well, we may look to make more games third-party in the future, but this is like a test case. He didn't even say what the games were, but he did confirm it will not be Starfield, and it will not be the upcoming new Indiana Jones game. Okay? So, the speculation... Burger! And again, this is all speculation. Is that the actual 4 games? Oh, did I not write it down? Oh, shit. I didn't write it down. One of them is definitely Hi-Fi Rush. And oh, here it is. Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded are the supposed speculated 4 games that they're going to make cross-platform and be on PlayStation. Okay? Do any of those games sound like they're going to have any huge impact in the gaming landscape because they're on PlayStation? No. Not at all. It'll be cool if they're cross-platform, even if they have cross-platform play, because those games, like, for example, Sea of Thieves and Grounded are co-op games. So imagine being able to play with people on a wider player base. That's actually kind of a good thing, a beneficial thing for those games' life cycles, right? So... what's the deal if these are going to be cross-platform? None at all. 0. And again, Phil Spencer confirms we are not giving up on the console game, on the console, thing. We want to make a new console that's the most powerful ever. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember all those rumors? Remember all that speculation? Remember all those places that were actually saying the sky is falling, Microsoft is done, they're going full third-party like Sega, and the Xbox logo was on fire, and there were big nuclear mushroom cloud explosions, and people were doing entire weeks of podcasts and shows speculating about the end of Microsoft as a game developer. Remember all that? Yeah, all those people lied to you and were doing it just for money. Every single person who did that was a scumbag. Every fucking one on the internet. They all lied to you. They made up stuff. They rumor mongered to have clickbait content so you would give them time and money. So I want you to think about those people now, because I know a lot of you probably watch their content. I want you to think about, is that the kind of person who you should continue to go back and watch their content? Do you think that?
Is he seriously trying to fucking demand his audience stop watching certain people and only watch him? It feels like he's trying to demand who his audience watch and don't watch here. What gives Phil the right to demand who his audience engage with themselves outside of watching Phil? What sort of person does that? Where they try and tell their audience who they can and cannot fucking watch on YouTube?
Do you think you should do that? Waste your time on someone who lies to you constantly, so you will go there and watch their content and give them money.
I realise the irony of me saying that, because I'm always fucking telling everyone, the chat just like, don't watch DSP. Yeah, there's a certain irony of me saying that, I know. But yeah, that's because, watch DSP through a restream. But yeah, it's big, massive irony of me saying that. You get what I'm saying, though? You understand the point I'm trying to make? It's like, I'm not going to tell you guys I don't watch this person, I don't watch that, but you guys can fucking watch whoever you fucking want. If you guys want to watch, that's the thing, if you guys want to watch DSP, like, you certainly can. We have DSP fans in here sometimes. Purple Aki was a fucking member of DSP Gaming. Although it was gifted to him apparently. But yeah, and he's, that's an example, you know what I mean? If DSP fans want to come in here and enjoy themselves, they can. If you guys want to go into DSP streams and enjoy yourselves, you fucking can. I got no problem with that. I got a problem giving Phil money because you know what happens to it, but yeah, each to their own.
Because none of them had anything to say of any intelligence. They literally just blew smoke up your ass for a week with 0 evidence or facts. What did I say? I said, it's all rumors. No one has any factual basis to say any of this. There's 0 evidence that Microsoft is getting out of the console game. No one said that. No fact. Why are people reporting it like fact? What is wrong with people? This is it. Burger. This is modern online content creation. Lie to get the attention of the viewer trusts the person, and now everyone's freaking out. Oh my god, drama, clickbait, money. And then a week later, Phil Spencer has to actually come out and say, it's all bullshit. I don't know where they got that from, but don't listen to nonsense. Gee, thanks, Phil. Like, literally, the podcast didn't need to happen. There was no reason. There was no new information given. It's just a waste of everyone's time, just like the entire week of rumor mongering. You have to stop with it. People have to stop wanting the worst and reveling in failure. Fucking stop it. You want to know what people...
Phil, 5 minutes ago, you were praying for Eve Gamu's fucking game company to go out of business. You're literally trying to rally a boycott about this game because you don't have friends to play it with.
Should be reveling in success. For example, I have another news story this morning. Tekken 8 has sold 2 million copies in the only 2.5 weeks since it launched. Bandai Namco, says sales are better than they even expected. Tekken 8 is selling way faster than Tekken 7. Tekken 7 took 2 months to sell its full 2 million units, not 2 weeks. And this is pretty insane. So fighting games are on the up and up. Street Fighter 6 sold well, Mortal Kombat 1 sold well, Tekken sold well. That's what we should be reveling in. Success, positivity, not fabricated failure. So you'll click on someone's show, podcast, article, and give them money. Stop falling for the drama. We need to shut the drama off on the internet and actually focus on positive, good things. Because
Yes.
Phil, did you not just shit on Tekken for constant spamming when it's meant to be a combo-based game? You've shut on Mortal Kombat for its game mechanics being completely slow, and I believe you called the story mediocre and repetitive with the multiverse stuff. Street Fighter, you seem to think Master is the higher limit, and you basically given up on that shit.
It's like Phil's constantly confusing.
Thank you, Nate Hogan.
Yeah, it's not just he does it to everyone. Like Phil cannot keep his stories straight, his lies straight. You know, the things he says on streams, he will often contradict himself on a regular goddamn basis here. And yeah, it's no surprise where he's again being massively fucking contradictory. Hold on, Prophet returned. I'm back. So did I hear this correctly? Both Tekken and MK1 outsold SF6. Did it? I don't know about that. I don't have numbers. Always said it.
No, Prophet, you heard that in the space of time, I believe SF6 sold 3 million, I think.
Tekken sold 2 million in 2 months, which is above Bandai Namco's expectations. I don't know how much Street Fighter 6 sold in 2 months.
Phil's story straight as a roundabout.
Oh, for God's sake, people are desperate for me to fucking play the short. I was trying to.
I didn't even mention it.
Yeah, I was trying to ignore it, but I keep seeing chat saying million. I've ignored it.
No, guy with long hair. No,
it's
not the right time for this.
How about this? If Phil says it one more time, we'll do it. Fair? If it says it
And
one more time.
No going to his chat to make him say it either.
Oh, God,
that is cheating.
No. Well, I think we're fucking miles away. I think Phil's finished the podcast by now. Well, right now he's
Ah,
actually on his
thank you,
break.
Prophet.
He's on his break. There we go. There you go. Probably the figures right there. Tekken sold 2 million in 2 weeks. Street Fighter took 6 months to sell 3. Interesting numbers. No, I'm not going to play it, don't worry.
because that's what's important in life, not this trash. Okay? So, yeah, it really drives me nuts that so many people last week were freaking out. Here on my show, oh, Phil, you see, you're going to eat your words, Phil. You just wait till it comes out that this is all true and Xbox is now third party. I was like, you're all wrong. You're out of your minds. Why are you rumor mongering? It's all it is. It's all it's ever been. This shit happens at least 5 times a year. How many times a year do you hear about the new Switches coming out? You know, or the new Nintendo Direct right around the corner and they're going to announce something huge or this. It's all bullshit. It always is. It's never right. Never is it right.
How many times do you promote that shit?
Believes it. All right? Anyway, that's that. That's my segments for today, and now we can get to shout-outs. This is a crazy packed show. That's why I'm moving so fast. Let's do it, shall we? So it doesn't look like we have anything on the YouTube side of things, correct? I just want to confirm.
Get fucked.
That. No super chats and no memberships as of yet. We start off today with a tip here that came in actually overnight. It's a $5 tip from Rocky. He said, I sent a super chat last night, but apparently it didn't go through, and that's why I didn't see it. I got a free membership a couple weeks back, so here's a $5 because I got a free one from the trolls. I know money could be tight right now, and I want to pay it forward, so have a good day. Well, thank you, Rocky. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, because of what they did with the whole VPN situation with these memberships to give them away for free, essentially. Yeah, things just suck right now. But what can I do besides just move forward positively, right? So thank you, Rocky. I appreciate that. And again, I would urge anyone, if you were given a free membership by a troll who didn't pay for it, if you could come support the channel in another way, that would be amazing. Whether it's a simple super chat, a small tip, something like this will help a lot, okay?
I mean, Phil, that is a disgusting thing to fucking ask your audience. Look, Prophet gave a member bomb. So Prophet did a 5 member bomb earlier on. 5 people got a membership because of Prophet gifting 5 members. Am I going to tell those 5 members that got a membership, guys, you didn't pay for that? If you guys can support the stream any other way because you didn't pay for that membership, Prophet, fuck off. No, you guys are telling me to go fuck myself, and rightly so.
So thank you very much, Rocky. I appreciate it.
You can support in other ways, though, by liking the stream, considering last check we're at 71.
Oh, yeah, 100 likes. Remember, guys, free space. 100 likes, free space. You guys are in control of a free space. Now, that won't cost you a penny. Man, you got the power to like the stream and get us a free space.
Small tips, something like this will help a lot, okay? So thank you very much, Rocky. I appreciate that. I received another $5 tip. Again from Rocky, and this one was actually from this morning, so I guess Rocky did an overnight tip and another one here. Division is not very fun, stupidly repetitive, it lived off Tom Clancy's name alone. I believe you. Like I said, I played it during that week that it was free or whatever, and let me put it this way, it was functional. It wasn't, like, didn't hate it, but I was like, I don't get it. Why does everyone talk about this game like it's some big thing? Again, why? Because it's co-op with friends. That's it. That's the only attraction of most of these games. Oh, it's fun to play with your friends. Yeah, but you could be doing something better. You know, just because it's an activity to do with your friends doesn't mean it's a valuable activity that you should pay money for. There's many other things you could be doing. There's better experiences you could be having instead of just saying, oh, just settle for this one in this gameplay loop and play it endlessly and keep getting the money, right? So, thank you, Rocky, for the 2 tips this morning. Let's see here. I'm back from break. I have to reload all my screens here, so give me a second, please. See here.
Fuck you, Phil.
Fuck you, Phil.
Okay, this was okay. That's what it was. It was a leftover message from Wednesday night when we had streamed. Okay, so as of right now, excuse me, I've covered all of that. Let's quickly do the schedule. So today, it's a return of Baldur's Gate 3. And today, we're finishing Act 2. We're actually in Moonrise Tower in the midst of a giant fight. But people are saying there's 2 humongous fights in the tower, and then there's actually kind of another thing that happens under the tower, and you keep going. And so there's some exciting stuff coming up today, and we're probably finishing Act 2 today. I'm stoked for that. I hope we get to see how it ends. I have no clue what Act 3 is going to be, right? So we're going to find out, I guess, once we complete Act 2 today and go from there. So that's exciting. Tonight on the late stream, it is
We finally have our first bingo of the game. We've got a lot ticked off on the board, but we didn't have a 5 in a row until now.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
We are 6 away from a full house. We are 5 snorts away from a free space. We are 4 burps away from a free space, and we're about, I imagine, 25 likes away or so from a free space as well. So the free spaces could come in clutch today.
Friday Night Fights, Tekken 8, and I'm playing more Yoshimitsu. Last night, I watched 3 different pro players use Yoshimitsu, and I'm going to be honest. I didn't see that much more advanced gameplay than what I was doing, except their execution's insanely good. Like, they're on par and on point with what they're doing. They're timing their counter hits perfectly. They're always executing the combos, never dropping them, getting maximum damage. And their mix-up game is great. I noticed a few things. When you do the Heat Smash move with Yoshimitsu, if you hold up, you go into helicopter stance. I didn't know that. So that's something definitely I'm going to utilize tonight. Just kind of walking forward or dashing forward, tapping 3 forwards, this flip kick. I barely use it. It's really good. They all use it. So I'm going to start implementing that. And if you do his flash move, which is 1 and 4 together, so if you like walk forward and you do it, it's the one where he stands there with his sword like a counter hit. If he hits, it's a counter hit, they start to crumble. You can do back 2-2, and it's a free combo, guaranteed. And if he doesn't have heat engage, it engages his heat. So it's like all these things. Cool. I'm learning these new techniques. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta try to implement these in my gameplay tonight.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No! The only one thing I don't know, they all were using the Poison Cloud, which I didn't know Yoshimitsu even still has. I think he got that in Tekken 3. So what it is Yoshimitsu will back up like this and all of a sudden go, bruh, and like a cloud of poison mist comes out of his mouth. But it's very close range. With the enemies in your face, they get caught and then they just stagger and crumple, and then you can do a free combo after. The thing is, most pro players don't fall for it. I guarantee you, the players at my level will. So I gotta figure out how to do that, because I don't know how I have to do the input. Because I might input.
Does that mean that you're at their level, Phil? Like you will fall for it as well? Is that what you're trying to insinuate? The players at my level will? Well, by Phil's logic, he's in the same level as the people he's playing right now. You know he would never admit that because he believes he's better than them. I want to hear that one more time.
Close range. With the enemies in your face, they get caught and then they just stagger and crumple, and then you can do a free combo after. The thing is, most pro players don't fall for it. I guarantee you, the players at my level will. So I gotta figure out how to do that, because I don't know how I have to do the input, because I might implement that in my gameplay and start catching people and getting free combos. Okay? But for the most part, like I said, it looks like I was implementing the best stuff that Yoshimitsu has, just that I need to learn matchup. I need to know how to block, how to maneuver better, how to backstep, how to sidestep. That's the stuff I need to get better at in Tekken to excel, because right now I'm kind of at like a very kind of average level player's skill level. I'm never going to advance to good until I learn those techniques, you see. So anyway, I studied Yoshimitsu tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. I hope you will join me for that. Tomorrow, more Baldur's Gate 3, and the hope is that we will actually advance into Act 3 tomorrow and see Act 3 for the very first time and see what it's about, because I have no clue. I'd be pretty excited if that's the case. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, is the next co-op stream with Kat. So be here, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday night, and that's going to be me and Kat doing more Dondoko Island. Our hope is that we can hit 3-star rating. We hit 2-star rating in 2.5 hours on Wednesday night, but we have the whole night to focus on trying to hit 3-star rating. If we do, that's another giant reward that I'm going to receive when I play Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth again and we get back to the main single-player story. So I'm excited for that on Saturday night. I hope you'll be here for our next co-op stream, okay? Then Sunday is React Day. On Sunday, the first stream is DSP versus the Internet, my weekly clips react show on my DSP React channel, and then the late stream is Retro React, where I'm going to be watching old gameplay and playthroughs of mine from the past and reacting to it in the modern era on stream. That's Sunday night, 6:45 p.m. on DSP Throwback, and you guys have been voting on what you want to see, and here's the results, basically.
Heavy rain, I imagine. It's going to be heavy
We got
rain.
them for you.
Heavy rain. Come on.
The poll is between Red Dead Redemption 1 continuing, because that was the first one we did about a month ago. Dark Souls 1 continuing, that's what we did 2 weeks ago. Bully, my original 2013 run, which started off with a camera and then became direct capture halfway through. And the original Heavy Rain playthrough from 2010. In a resounding victory, Heavy Rain won. Like, it's now like 13% leading. So unless like another 50 plus people out of nowhere vote for another game, there's nothing that's going to overtake it. So it looks like this Sunday night, Retro React, I watched my original Heavy Rain playthrough from 2010. And if you don't know, That is one of my most popular, highest watched playthroughs of all time. There's not a single video in the playthrough that has less than 100,000 views. And the playthrough's over 50 parts. Like I said, that was the playthrough that put me on the map as a YouTube gamer back in the day. People watched it and cracked up hilariously loving that playthrough. So I think this is going to be awesome to watch back and you know, enjoy together. I'm very excited to hang out with you guys this Sunday night and re-experience Heavy Rain. And I was thinking, if there were a game that we were to continue to watch the playthrough, what would it be? I think this might be the one that people would want to see me continue. You know, we've done Red Dead, people were like, once was enough. We did Dark Souls, people were like, it's good. But when Heavy Rain was presented, they're like, oh my god, I think this might be the one that we continue to do moving forward because it's such a great playthrough, right? So, what year was Heavy Rain? 2010. Early 2010? I'm sure that, you know, we'll figure the date out Sunday night. I think it was like, I want to say it was like February 2010, but I could be wrong. 2010 was an insane year for games. Seriously, Red Dead, Heavy Rain. If you look up 2010, you're going to see like 20 amazing games. That was one of the crazy years for gaming. Seriously. Okay. Anyway, so I'm excited for that this Sunday night. Monday, there'll be more Baldur's Gate 3. No. Monday, we're going to do Tekken 8 as the daytime stream. Excuse me. So I'm actually going to do a major stream of Tekken 8, and likely there'll be more Yoshimitsu, and maybe we'll go back to June, who I'm not having used in like 2 weeks. So I'll probably go back to her and try to get better with her, so I'll probably study up a bit Sunday night. Monday night will be Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I'm playing it myself. Going to leave Dondoko Island, go back to Hawaii, and basically reap the rewards. The entire stream on Monday night is going to be spending the money that I made on Dondoko Island. So I'm going to be decked out. I'm going to have equipment, weapons, unlocking jobs, doing quizzes that I couldn't afford before, maxing everything out that I can with all the rewards. It's going to be a crazy night of like celebration of spending all that stuff. Okay, then on Tuesday, it's Baldur's Gate 3, and then on that night stream, it's going to be the next co-op stream between me and Kat. So there's 2 Dondoko Island co-op streams this week, Saturday night and Tuesday night, okay? And then Wednesday, probably more Baldur's Gate 3, and more Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth playing it solo, again, reaping the rewards, and that's the week, okay? Sound good? I hope so. Awesome. I mean, that's...
Oh, Phil said sound good. We have another bingo.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
We are 4 away from a full house. 4 snorts away from a free space, 3 burps away from a free space, and I don't know how many likes away, but like the stream, yeah, wankers.
Exciting week, double co-op, the return of Retro Reacts, right?
Can we get a throat clear counter?
Can you get a what?
Can we get a throat clear counter, or can it be added to like burps or snorts? Or just...
A throat clears would be annoying to try and... Nah. I'm happy with the 2 counters we've got. Add more. If I add a throat clear, people are going to want to have another counter for things like, you know, what was the other one?
Just combine them into bodily noises. It's one counter, like 50 bodily noises of free space.
I don't know, you think combining burps and snorts and throat clears as always one then, as one big counter?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do 50 though, but I would do something higher. Like, throat clears, snorts and burps combined. I think you'd have to have one big magic round number of 100. Do you think it happens 100 times?
75.
Do you think it happens 100 times in one stream? Altogether, burps, snorts and throat clears combined?
Well, I think 75 would be a nice start. I mean...
Misa's asking how far we're behind. We're 48 minutes behind DSP. He has just started playing the game.
Blame Canada.
Who doesn't, you know? They're not in the real country anyway.
Good? I hope so. Awesome. I mean, that's an exciting week. Double co-op, the return of Retro Reacts, right? Major progress heading into Act 3 of Baldur's Gate 3 and playing it multiple times in Act 3. Plus, you know, some fun Tekken 8 variety in there. Like, and there's a lot of good stuff going on, so I'm excited.
Variety. Tekken 8 variety.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
We are 3 squares away. If we get 3 free spaces, it's over.
For this. Seriously, I'm really excited for this week. I hope you guys are too. Okay, more shout-outs. And by the way, once again, yes. Okay, I just want to confirm. There's no YouTube contributions because I want to make sure I'm not missing it. I received a $5 tip. Yeah? Please copy Kirk, RIP Naval NY. I have no idea what that message means.
No, neither do I, but I'm going 1.75. Because we're so close to the end, I'm going 1.75.
If it's some secret coded message, I apologize, guys, if it's something offensive. I have no idea what that means. It's a $5 tip, but I have no idea what any of that means. Thanks for the $5 tip, coded message. Who knows what the hell that's supposed to be? all I will recommend is the next time that you're going to contribute, try English, because that's my major spoken language that I understand. Thank you. Okay. I received a $25 tip from 1 Minute Man, and he says, I feel like you should reload the current combat that you're in. Instead of ungrouping, looking for entry points, placing your companions in advantageous positions, you walk to the front door with enemies waiting, clumped together, vulnerable to immediate attack. It looks messy. It'd be interesting if you made at least a plan. Yeah, but I know what's going on. Again, I'm playing this game honestly for the first time like every other game. I had no idea the enemy were clumped in the front hallway. If you remember, when we first were walking up the stairs, all the NPCs charged. And I didn't even know what was going on. I was like, what's happening? And then the chat was like, yeah, what's happening is they're attacking without you. So if you don't go up there, they're all going to die. I was like, oh, really? Shit, I didn't know that was going on. So I charged in and tried to save them. That wasn't intentional. Again, once again, this is a case of the game doing something that doesn't seem to make sense. Why would your allies just charge in before anyone has a plan or is ready? They programmed the game like that. So again, what it seems like they want you to do is fuck it up at first, do horrible, and say, well, that went poorly, reload it, right? But we're going to see what happens. Let's see what happens. If the battle goes poorly. Like right now, Karlach got knocked out, we revived her. She's probably going to get knocked out again. If the combat really goes poorly, all right, then maybe I will reload. But I prefer not to. I prefer to just have this be legit, like I said, live with it. The only time I'm reloading the game is if the game really screws me up in some way that's not fair. I don't think this is necessarily unfair. I just think, again, a lot of things in the game are meant like this. Like, do it wrong the first time, get screwed over, reload, and do it right the second time. But I don't want to really keep doing that, you know. Let's see what happens. If I win the fight, I'm going to stick with it, okay? Let's see what happens with it, though. Thank you for the tip. Biggest tip of the day, obviously, so far. I appreciate that. 1 minute, man. All right, guess what? Somehow, I got through all my topics. I got through the news, the Phil's Day Off, the Skull and Bones, the schedule. We got through everything, all right? Thank you for that. All I will say is this. Thank you all. Please support the streams. This is a brand new week. You know, starting fresh. We got exciting stuff coming up this week. Double co-op with my wife. Act 3 of Baldur's Gate 3. Some new to fresh Tekken. Reaping the rewards of Dondoko Island when I do play like a dragon. Like, this is an exciting week of content. I hope that you will support it. In some way. Again, much like Rocky. If people could follow suit. If you received one of those gifted memberships that basically I got robbed of. I didn't get paid for that. All right? I would appreciate it if you could support in another way. Even simply just like a super chat or something. Anything would help right now. Because right now I'm way down and it doesn't look like it's bouncing back at this point. I don't think it will until we get another big release. Like if a giant release comes out and everyone's excited to see me play it, people will probably come out to support streams more. But for now, it's kind of like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. What can I do? Right? So if you can support the streams, please do. You know the ways to. They all help. Thank you in advance. Okay. So with all this stuff going on, please let's chat a bit. Tag me in the chat. Let's see what you guys want to talk about this morning. All right, what's on your mind?
So at this point in time, we're behind Phil by 48 minutes almost. He spends the next 10, 20. So we've still got Phil talking in his podcast for almost 30 minutes. Although hopefully we can finish before then. Like the stream so we can get a free space, and let's hope we can get the snorts and burps in as well so we can escape this hell.
Yeah,
no,
we're literally like 2 away.
I feel like we can't.
We're 2 lakes away from a free space. Nice.
Last check.
Very good, very good.
No, I did not set up a new suggestion box as of yet. That has not been set up. I feel like we can do that maybe this week if you guys would like that. We could do that. Let's not do it this morning. We already went through so much. It's already almost 12:20, so only a few more minutes left of the show. But if you remind me, absolutely, I want the slower podcast, which undoubtedly will.
There's a few minutes left of the show, and yet I have confirmed he goes on for like almost 30 more minutes. It's like 25
And we have our free square.
But yeah, there we go. Free space. Thank you very much for confirming that. So yeah, guys, we have 1 free space already. Thank you very much for the for the 100 likes. That gives us a free space. But not only does it give us a free space, it also gives you guys a chance to enjoy the Bubbles animation that the incredibly talented Pixar Animations made for us all to enjoy to celebrate 100 likes. And remember, keep an eye on the bottom right for Jasper to do his thing. Fuck him up, Jasper. Good cat. Good old Agent 2KJ taking care of business.
We'll have some slow ones this week. I would be more than happy to set up a suggestion box for you guys. The new one. Okay. Is my current chair the best chair I've had in my life, if not what model was? I haven't had a lot of great chairs. Like, I remember originally back in the day, so we're talking like early 2000s, I bought a memory foam fabric chair from like Staples back then. There's like an office store. And it was super comfy. But the problem was it kind of faded over time and started to like become dilapidated. And it had those arms that were made of like, not real leather, it's like that plastic stuff, but it was gel in them, like gel arms that were comfy. But that too, it wore out and cracked and broke and fell apart over time. So that was nice for like 2, 3, 4 years, and then it broke and fell apart. I've had like a leather-ish office chair before that was really comfy too, but it wasn't real leather again. It was like the kind of cheaper pleather stuff, and that one was all right. When I worked in an office job, the standard chairs they have were okay, but then because I had a back injury, and I reported the back injury to them, it was recorded, they ordered me a nicer chair that was supposed to be like the big ergonomic chair with an adjustable ergonomic lower back support and actually more support on your butt. So you're not sitting on like a hard chair, it's more like gel comfiness there. That was a really, really nice chair. I assume it cost a ton of money, because that's a high-level ergonomic office chair for someone who sits all day and basically has issues with the health. And I would guarantee you that chair probably cost them like between $500 to $1,000. And that was amazing, but I only had it when I was at work. As for since I've been a YouTuber, by far this is the best chair I've ever had. If you remember, I used to sit on a couch. I used to sit on my brown couch in the condo in Connecticut, and that had no support. It was comfy on your butt, but it had no back support. Because when you lean all the way back to play a game like this, of course not. You're leaning forward when you play a game. So I never had any big back or lumbar support on that thing. Then, when I moved out here, if you remember, I first had a love seat, and the love seat was comfy at first, but within having it like 6 months, the cushions wore out. So every time I sat on that thing, I sunk into it badly, and it just, again, had no support whatsoever. I ended up buying cushions and things to sit on when I played on it, and it just was never very comfortable. This chair, no exaggeration, is the most comfy and most supportive chair I've ever had. Right now, I have tons of lumbar support in my lower back, which is excellent. When you're playing all day, you need to have that support, ergonomic support, and I have it every day when I'm playing. There's also a nice cushion behind me. Did you ever see it? So this cushion here is actually a firm cushion. It's not crappy and airy. It's actually very firm, and this is a block of memory foam behind your back. And because when you lean back in this chair, the first thing you get is good lumbar support, like really solid lumbar support. And then as you further lean back, your shoulders touch the upper cushion, and you are perfectly ergonomic. I'm perfectly upright right now, sitting in the right position of how you should be in an office chair. It's comfy. And this has a footrest. I almost never use it, but a footrest comes out and you can stretch your legs too. So it's a super good chair. Yes, this is definitely the best chair I've ever had. In comparison to other ones that I've owned. The office chair, arguably, that I had, the helicopter job could have been the best one, but I never owned that one. That was just for when I was out at the office. Apollo did a super chat this morning, and that is the first YouTube side contribution. Thank you, Apollo. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Okay. Cool. Have I ever used or considered a standing desk? My dad has. My dad has back issues like I have. His were actually worse at one point. And he got a standing desk at his job. For many years he was using it. I don't know if he still uses it to this day. He's described to me how good it can be if you have back issues. But I would not want to be standing all day playing video games, right? Even myself, like right now if I'm standing here, I'm actually too tall. I'm too tall to my TV. I'm above it, standing. So if I were to be standing all day, like I would have to completely redesign. This desk, this laptop desk, is a standing desk. I'm not kidding. When I bought it, this has a height adjuster. If I just push it, this desk goes hydraulically up. So technically, my laptop and all this stuff could be a standing desk for me. But nothing else is. So like this is a folding table, so that wouldn't work. Obviously, I could probably make my tripod much taller, but then I'd also have to get a standing arrangement, because when you stand all day, you're supposed to be on like that foam stuff or that gel stuff. You're not supposed to stand on the floor. So I'd have to get like mats and stuff for in here, and I'd have to find a way to elevate my TV to be eye level, because right now I'd be staring down at the TV. So I never really thought about it. No, usually it's good here in the situation that I have. As long as I take a break, as long as I take breaks to stretch, and I'm not just sitting here 3-4 hours straight, this is perfectly fine. So the iShow speed segment. I know nothing about that guy except like you guys told me that he accidentally pulled his pants down on camera and flopped about. If you know what I mean. That's all I know about him. Poor guy. Yeah, I'm the one who gets made fun of, right? For my accident. Yet that guy was way worse. You got fucking Boogie purposefully exposing himself on streams on Twitch and shit. Like purposefully showed himself. I don't know, he's trying to make a point or whatever. Yet somehow people still bring up my incidents. Like, dude, mine has been far surpassed in the last many years. People who've done way worse than what I did.
It's not about whether yours was worse or not. The fact is, that is what you will be remembered for. That is your legacy. Boogie's legacy is probably going to be him getting his arse kicked by Wings in a boxing match. I imagine that's probably going to be his legacy. Who knows? There's a few candidates. Your legacy is the incident, and it forever will be.
Do I believe in karma? You know, I don't know, Red. That's an interesting question, because you know what they say, what goes around comes around. So you would think that like someone in life who's horrible to others, that eventually things would come back to bite them, but that's not always the case. There's been people who are absolutely horrible people on this planet, and then they just get away with it for their whole lives. You know? And you know, I hate to say, there's people like that, they look at situations like that. Here's a guy who's a scumbag to everyone their whole life. He's ahead in life, he's filthy rich, right? Basically immune to any kind of repercussions his whole life. So then how could you...
I love how Phil equates being filthy rich as, you know, not having repercussions. Look, Phil. Yes, money's a good thing to have, but it doesn't fucking make your life complete. It doesn't solve every single fucking problem in your life. If money solved all of life's fucking problems, rich people wouldn't die. I have used that quote a few times and it still rings true to this day. Money is not the be-all and end-all of fucking completing life.
You argue that there's like a god or an entity out there that cares about humanity, if this is the case. And this is a whole philosophical discussion that people have, right? I would like to think that yes, hopefully in life at some point there is karma. That people who are doing awful things to others are going to be eventually have it come back to them, and people who are actually doing good things or suffering as a result of the bad actions of others have good things come to them. I would hope that's the case in life. I just don't know if there's really any concrete evidence being able to prove something like that. It sounds more like superstition to me, right? Okay. A couple more tips came in. I received a $5 tip from Kirk Reborn. I sit on an authentic The Next Generation captain's chair. It's great. I give commands out without back pain. Make it so and get one today. There you go. I guess they really knew what they were doing back in the 90s when they predicted what the future would be. They already had the perfect ergonomic chair on the Enterprise, right? There you go. Well, thank you, Kirk, for that. I also received a $10 tip. Let's hit tier 1 before I head out to work. Have a good day, Phil. I don't know who that's from. There's no name associated with it. But thank you. That's a $10 tip. And indeed, with that tip, we did hit our tier 1 tips goal for the day. So thank you, whoever that was. And that means it is Gunner Glass's time. And now we're working towards our hat goal for today's first stream. Thank you, thank you.
You know what, Phil, you aim for $50 per stream. You don't have to ask for any more money. You've achieved your stream goal. You hit the tier 1 tips goal. That's your goal for the stream. You don't have to mention money anymore at all and just focus on the gameplay. As if that would ever happen. Prophet is saying I've sent you a pic of Phil's hydraulic desk. Oh god, what's he sent? Oh god, I forgot about this. This is Phil's setup from 2015. I don't think much has changed since then. So yeah.
Jesus Christ, that is threadbare at best.
Mostly the couch is not there anymore. But yeah. And of course, the fucking desk, the hydraulic desk. This is why I sent it. The hydraulic desk, which is this fucking thing here. It's holding a laptop and the controller, and there's water, and is also holding this thing here. Oh my god. So yeah,
I think my grandmother had something similar.
It does look quite old-fashioned, doesn't it? Yeah. It seems like something old.
Yeah, but you know what I mean with those
Yeah.
Yeah, with the trays where you screw it in to certain height adjustments.
Exactly. Yeah, so you can you watch some TV or enjoy your meal. Yeah, exactly. For God's sake.
Oh, of course, now we have multiple people in chat trying to claim credit for it. Of course, it was all of you, I'm sure. All right, anything else, guys? Still a little early. If you tell me in the chat, we can do a little bit more Q&A. I'm shocked I got through all my topics as quick as I did, but hey, I covered them, so.
One more snort for a free space.
Do I ever wear a vest outside of the stream? No. The only time I ever wore a vest outside of streaming was the original beige vest was a vest I legit owned. And I wore a few times when I lived in Connecticut during the colder months. But no, I never wear those vests outside of this office. They're specifically just for streaming. Well, I let Kat play Baldur's Gate. Kat does not want to play Baldur's Gate. She does not like the game. She doesn't watch my streams of it. She finds it incredibly boring. She basically said, cutscenes are too drawn out. Everything.
Oh my god, she finds Phil's gameplay incredibly boring, but it's the game's fault. It's not Phil's fault. Phil did the best he could to make the game entertaining. Even though the game is Phil's most rewarded game in terms of contributions, Kat is like, nah, Phil, you can't make this shit good. This is boring as crap. So that's why we go back, because he thinks he butchered Kat's name. Let's slow it down. I'm always good for a fucking name butchering. Let's see if it did indeed butcher Kat's name.
No. The only time I ever wore a vest outside of streaming was the original beige vest was a vest I legit owned. And I wore a few times when I lived in Connecticut during the colder months. But no, I never wear those vests outside of this office. They're specifically just for streaming.
Okay, listen carefully.
Well, I let Kat play Baldur's Gate. Kat does not want to play Baldur's Gate. She does not like...
You're right. Kat does not want to play Baldur's Gate.
Just for streaming. Well, I let Kat play Baldur's Gate. Kat does not want to play Baldur's Gate. She does not like...
Who the fuck's Kat?
Crichton?
Oh my god. Megan. Right, there we go. We're back to 1.75. We're going to let him cook. But yeah, that was a good spot, Mister.
The game. She doesn't watch my streams of it. She finds it incredibly boring. She basically said, cutscenes are too drawn out. Everything based on a dice roll she hates, and the combat is way too drawn out and boring, and she hates it. So there you go. What game is my favorite water effects? I don't know off the top of my head. I would have to try to reminisce, and I don't have time to research that right now. How do I manage a busy schedule? A lot of organization and a lot of patience. But it's tough, bouncing around, doing all the stuff that I do in my life, really. Like, it's not easy. I'm maintaining a full work schedule with added things. Like, just think this year, all the new things, right? So not only am I doing all the same work I used to do, better thumbnails, better titling, I'm maintaining a new channel in DSP Throwback with all these upscaled videos, all edited and uploaded, and I'm constantly watching them, titling them, ordering them, stuff like that. Got new streams on that channel, still maintaining the React channel. Now I've got new co-op streams with my wife that I'm setting up and working on, right? So all this stuff going on at once is pretty insane. The amount that I'm juggling. So in retrospect, 100% I'm happy that I'm not doing the documentary. I don't think it would have been good. I actually feel like it would have been more me just going through motions to get it done because I was so exhausted than actually caring too much about it, in which case it would have sucked. And it would have been more like, whatever Mike Klum wanted me to do, I probably would have said, yeah, just to get it done. And you know what I mean? As opposed to, if I wasn't such a busy individual, and I actually had freedom and time to think and work, it would have been more of a project that we're both doing, and it would have been better, but I don't think that's what it would have turned out of right now. Like, I feel like I'm too pulled in too many directions as it is right now just to maintain where I am. Can you imagine now if I was doing even more time towards the documentary? I don't think it would have worked. I think it would have failed. So I'm glad that I didn't do it. Carl, thank you for a super chat. He says, have a good weekend, mate. Thank you to Carl for the super chat. I appreciate that. By the way, can you guys thumb up super chats? Because there was ability to thumb up a super chat the other day, and now I think it's gone. Right? Wasn't it there? Wasn't it in the chat? You could thumbs up a super chat when someone did it. Now I don't see it anymore. So I think they added it and immediately removed it. This is YouTube, man. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They add something, they remove it. They change it, they do it. They don't say a word. Oh my goodness. I received another $5 tip from Pencil Dick. Baldur's Gate 3 needs to be updated. I did check and it says it's updated. My PS3 was plugged in over my day off and it's set to auto update, so I'm pretty sure it did. How do I submit videos for your React show? Well, first of all, you have to be a submissions level member for the show. You have to join the channel as a submissions level member. That's not the base level, that's one step up. If you've done that, you should have access to a thread on the community tab or the members tab. There's actually a members tab on the main channel page, and there should be a thread that says, hey, submissions members, please submit your clips here, and it has all the rules and criteria, but you must submit your clip by the end of Saturday night. By the end of my live stream Saturday night, that's when I make the playlist for the next day, so you must either submit it today or tomorrow. Thank you in advance. And again, you must be a member over on... Hold on. You must be a member over on DSP React. Not here. It doesn't tie in here. That's the DSP React channel. It's a whole separate thing. Okay? Will I play a Monster Hunter game before 2025 when the new one comes out? I have no idea. I told you guys I would give Monster Hunter a try. We first did it on the 3DS ages ago. People found it boring, so I quit it. Then when Monster Hunter World was announced, there was an alpha or beta or demo that came out. I played that for one stream. People were incredibly bored and yelled at me never to play it again, so I never did. And that's it. That's where we left it. So I was never against playing Monster Hunter. You guys didn't like it, so I never went back to it. That's the true story. How do I tune out white noise outside of my streams? I mute and report a lot of YouTube suggestions that shine you in a negative light. I watch none of it. I don't watch any of it. I don't watch any content that has anything to do with me at all. All I do is broadcast all day, and when I'm done in this office, that's it. That's where it ends. I don't continue with this stuff when I'm out of the office. I'm a whole other life outside of this office with my family. I don't see any of those video suggestions. I don't watch them. So the thing is with the YouTube algorithm, the moment you click on one of the negative things, it never goes away. You're now stuck in that algorithm of toxic, and you just will see it forever, you know? But if you never click on it, you never see it. And even sometimes when it gets to the feed, immediately I click don't show again, don't recommend again, and it's gone for good. And then I'm just, you know, I'm back to the swing of things. So there you go. Hold on.
Why did he just fuck off?
He just, my blinds keep moving and having sun come in here. It's very annoying.
There you
go. Shout out to Steven for a membership. Says how much money to spend a night in a cemetery? Huh? How much money to spend a night in a cemetery? Well, first of all, it's not even legal. Like, cemeteries are private property. You're not allowed to stay in a cemetery overnight. You'd have to get explicit permission.
Phil, don't take it too fucking literally. Just it's a hypothetical.
From whoever actually owns or controls it, and likely no one's gonna want someone to be in a cemetery overnight. Maybe there's exceptions for like filming for a movie if they would allow it, they got express permission, but it's not allowed. So I don't know what you're talking about. Zero. I couldn't do it even if I wanted to because you're not allowed. Number two, why would I want to be in a cemetery overnight? What are you talking about? Where do people get?
Because the question was how much money would it take you to spend the night in a cemetery? Even he's not actually fucking saying, hey, I want a cemetery. I will chow. No, it's a hypothetical scenario, Phil.
These things, right? Like, what are you speaking? Wait, huh? Rocky asked, did I ever play Phantom Dust on the OG Xbox? It was a great early multiplayer game. No, never heard of it. Phantom Dust, nope. That era of basically PS2, Xbox One, GameCube. When I say Xbox One, I mean the original Xbox. So I should say that. PS2, original Xbox, GameCube. I was a hardcore fighting game player. All I cared about was playing competitive Street Fighter. I played every single weekend, all weekend. I traveled to play. I went to people's homes. I traveled the country. That was it. I missed an entire generation of console games. And then when I became a YouTuber, I retired from competitive playing Street Fighter, and I basically re-immersed myself in games around the 360 PS3 era. And people would suggest, hey, you missed out this great game. You missed out this great game from that era. And then I would play them, and they'd be awesome playthroughs. So I missed out on that entire generation. There's likely still 50 to 100 notable games from that era that I've never touched and played because I didn't play games then. Yeah. Can we get IRL streams in the gated community? No. Number one, it's not allowed. The gated community is considered private property. In order to actually film out there, I would have to get explicit permission from the condo association to film and from anyone else's property who were filming. Right now, if you were to walk down my street with a camera, it's illegal. It's private property. You can't do it. You have to get permission first. It's not a public road. I don't live on a public road. So you can't do that in a private gated community. You get in trouble. And if anyone sees you do it, the cops show up and will throw you off the property, trespass you. And if you continue to do it, they will arrest you. So. Let's see here. There are public and private cemeteries, so if you want it to be weird, you could stay in a public cemetery. We're really gonna go there, huh? What are we talking about? Whose idea was it to put me in a cemetery? What? Have you never watched a horror movie before? Anyway. Phantom Dust was a rare Japanese OG Xbox game. You played like an RPG fighter on live. It was discounted for $40. Oh. Do I want to be buried or cremated? I don't really care. I'll be dead. Doesn't really matter when you're dead. It's not gonna really affect you that much. If at all.
This is suffering.
Would I put any silly quotes on my tombstone? I was like, yeah, squeeze the banana, tasty banana, put it in your... Yeah, of course. That's what I'm going to put on there, right? Or, I'm dead. Whoops, nothing I can do. Here you go. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you want to hear? The stupid thing? But no, I don't know what I would put on my tombstone. Who knows, right? There you go. I spawned, I died. That's a good one. I spawned, I died. That's all it says. That's great. I don't know the entire banana song. I don't know it. I would have to actually watch it back, and then I could probably emulate it. But I don't know the banana song. It's something I did once on the fly on the stream, and I don't remember it. The fact that you know what this also reminds me of? The banana condom joke I made ages ago. Do you remember that? It was like the end of one of my reviews of one of the Donkey Kong games, and it came with a banana sleeve. Don't ask me what you're ever supposed to put in it. But at the end of the review, I put it down, I start thrusting, and I go, oh, banana condom time. And it became a meme that people reference for years. So apparently there's something with bananas. There's something with bananas that people love the references, and they don't ever let go. I don't know.
That's funny. Dick
I don't know. You tell me. It literally was the size of a banana, and it was a cloth pouch that came as a pre-order bonus with one of the Donkey Kong Country games on like Wii or Wii U or something. What the hell are you supposed to use that for? Maybe put your Wii controller in there or something, your Wiimote? But why would you want to put it inside a banana pouch? It doesn't make sense. It never made sense. It was so confusing. I don't remember which DK review it was for. I don't remember. It was one of them. I did put it on my Christmas tree. That's right. I basically, back then, all the little weird pre-order things you would get for games, I would put on my Christmas tree. So I had a little Alex Mercer from it wasn't Infamous, what was the other one? Prototype, he was on there. I had the freaking banana pouch. I had the Ryu headband that came with Street Fighter 4 for pre-ordering it. I put that on the tree. I put all that shit on the Christmas tree back then. Oh, and by the way, I'm almost positive that's some of the lost videos that I have on these hard drives that have been lost to time. Hold on. basically everything that was year-end 2010 was lost to time and deleted off YouTube, but I have it all. So I think I have like the tree setup video and stuff like that. Like we could eventually have that as content on DSP Throwback, but right now we're so in the midst of the Final Fantasy 13 and Red Dead playthroughs, we're doing those for at least another month and a half until they start to wrap up. So that's what I mean. It's gonna take a long time to get through all these games, but we will eventually. You know what I want to do this year? Later this year, I want to do Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare expansion on DSP Throwback for October. How cool would that be? That for the month of October we re-release that lost playthrough. It's a co-op playthrough, by the way. I do it with John Rambo. That's a really cool playthrough that I think I could re-release over there and people would really like it. So I think that's what I'll do later this year. We still have LA Noire. We still have a lot of stuff that was like on Blip TV that's missing from the internet that we could re-upload. There's missing playthroughs, like there's Dante's Inferno, there's Kung Fu Panda that aren't done, but there's still parts there I could release. I think there's New York Comic Con 2010, which also I think all those vlogs were deleted at one point. There's a lot of stuff, like just on 3 particular hard drives, there's a lot of missing content that was never on the internet before. And then also keep in mind, people are probably going to want to see my retro playthroughs from Darkside Phil re-edited in the modern style with the better frame rates, the better resolution, the better audio, and I'm sure people will be vying for those. So this year, once we finish Final Fantasy 13 and Red Dead 1, there is unlimited potential to get stuff on that channel that people want to see. We just got to get to the point where those games are done. So there you go. Yes, I remember the Bigfoot scenes of Undead Nightmare. I don't want to spoil them. I totally remember it. Miyamoto took me $5 and says, try to keep Jaheira alive in today's combat. It could be important for the future of the game. No spoilers, but you know, you want to try to keep her alive for later. Okay. I mean, duh. I want to keep everyone alive, right? So I'll do my best. The one question I have, because I don't understand this, so my own party members, if they die, I can revive them. But what about NPCs like her? Like, she's not necessarily a party member yet. She's a guest party member. If she dies, can we revive her and she's fine? Or if she died and she's gone? Like, how does that work? That I don't understand. Okay. That's right. Orange says that makes sense. Maybe you could release Christmas stuff around Christmas. Makes sense, right? So that's what I need to do. I need to look into what's on those hard drives that's not on the internet elsewhere and possibly have it re-edited. You know, I could actually do that. Yes. Really? Dark Gaming says the new update today that's in Baldur's Gate makes it more likely she survives. Seriously? Well, that's interesting. You cannot revive her. I'm being told she dies. She's gone for good. Wow. That's shitty. So yeah, it should be. I think it's installed. It says there's no updates. I checked, and it says that there's no updates for the game. So I assume that it installed everything today. Last update 2:16 at 7:27 a.m. Yep, it did update it this morning at 7:27. So we're good in that regard. It has the new update, version 1.006.001. Here you are. Very good. All right, I think it's time to end the podcast and take a brief break, use the restroom, and then get started with Baldur's Gate 3. I'm excited to see how Act 2 ends. I don't know what's going to happen, and I want to get into Act 3 over the weekend. So thank you all. Great show this morning. Thank you to those who supported. Thanks to those who chilled and talked. And, excuse me. And I was actually looking into this, okay? Spring starts March 21st. Easter is March 31st this year. There's a lot going on this year, all in a very confined area. Like, March seems like a very packed month between Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Dragon's Dogma 2, Rise of the Ronin, and other things going on, plus multiple, like, holidays and things. It's going to be exciting. So I hope you guys are enjoying. And,
first of all,
thank you guys for watching. What's wrong? People are...
The hell is that? Okay, well, first of all, this is awful. Hold on.
It's going to be exciting. So I hope you guys are enjoying.
This is obviously nightmare fuel.
Disturbing.
But this is I don't recognize everyone.
And thank you guys for watching. What's...
I don't understand this. What is this?
That's an Oblivion Gate, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm very confused.
That's Skyrim background, I believe, if I'm right.
Is this what Phil sees whenever a cat wants me to go down? Or
Oh yeah. So could have just covered it. Yeah, there was like an animation where he did voices for. And it was just so crappily done, but it's just
oh, for God's sake, this is awful. Mister's asking how does his work compare to mine? It's you sometimes have some good stuff, and Phil never has good stuff. So yes, you're better than Phil's artwork.
What's wrong? People are reacting in the chat to something they're seeing on their screens right now. I don't understand it. What are you reacting to? I don't get it. Anyway, thank you guys. Great podcast today. See you tomorrow. Peace out. You're absolutely right. Someone just said, what about St. Patrick's Day? That's too. March is like a busy month. Traditionally, like, I would say January, February are kind of slow. Outside like Valentine's Day, there's just not much going on besides the Super Bowl. But now we got like a lot's about to happen in like a shorter time frame. So, all right, let's get the camera going. And I do need to take a break to use the restroom. Nature calls, as they say. But the good news is after that, we should have 3 hours of uninterrupted, unhindered Baldur's Gate 3 Act 2 finale gameplay. All right. Okay. What about Queen Latifah's birthday? I forgot that it's a national holiday now. Shit. All right, guys, let's take a break. I'll be back in a few, but I'm going to run some music here because I got to use the bathroom, and then we'll do Baldur's Gate 3 Act 3 conclusion. Be right back.
And of course, let me mute his stream while he's got his ad running, and we'll come back to him being back from his break. Phil needs to just either burp one more time, or say engagement or business, or him point at a text on the screen. That's all we need. So he's back here. Nope, that's not right.
Get started. I'm now fully cleansed.
Here we go.
And ready to go. I'm ready to finish Act 2. We've been in Act 2 for a bit. It's been a good act. Overall, I'd say Act 2 had a few slower parts, but I did enjoy Act 2 in Baldur's Gate 3. But I'm ready. I'm ready to finish this up, see the conclusion, and get to Act 3 at this point, okay? So let's do it. Let's do it to it. Get ready to get ready.
I will be amazed if it doesn't say engagement. Come on, let's be honest. He's got $65 already. He's going to remind his audience before he starts recording for gameplay that, you know, the good start to, you know, the stream with support and all that. He has got to mention engagement. I would be astonished.
I'm desperate for us to fucking win.
Just one burp, or him to say or do one of these things that's left. We're so close.
Derek, he says, I was enjoying your co-op stream Wednesday night, then I clicked the unsubscribe button. Derek, you gotta stop doing that, man. That's like the 3rd time you've done that. Get away from the unsubscribe button. How do you keep clicking it? Like, where would the unsubscribe button be? Isn't that only on the main channel page? So don't watch my stuff on the main channel page. Always click on it, right? So that's a new window. Or can you subscribe and unsubscribe from a video page? I don't even know. I honestly don't even know. I have no clue, so I should be quiet, I guess.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up! Seriously, if you press S, it subscribes? Or unsubscribes? I don't know. By the way, new batteries for the sign, because the sign was getting so dim. New batteries, and that hopefully will last the rest of the month. I guess we'll see. Oh, really? Carlton says, if you're watching a stream on a desktop, it actually sits under the stream as well, the subscribe button. Oh. Well, I guess it is kind of annoying. That's pretty stupid. At least if you're going to unsubscribe, it should warn you. Like when you click it, it should say, oops, you're about to unsubscribe, are you sure? And it doesn't, huh? That's another oversight by YouTube. Okay. So, we're about to continue on with this battle. You guys ready? Here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to...
That is unbelievable.
Fuck it, cheat. Fuck it, I don't care, cheat.
Well, we're still going to have marbles anyway for the impossible tracks. So people should try to say he pointed at one of his signs behind him. That doesn't count. That's not him pointing at text on the screen.
Oh, come on. Surely we could stretch it to that.
No, I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating. Him pointing at something in his room or whatever, no, it's different from what's on his screen. Him pointing at things that are on OBS, that's kind of generally what it means, you know, But yeah. Jesus, but yeah, we were one away. We were one shy of a full house.
Do I have to break it as thesaurus to say how many of the words he said instead of fucking engagement?
I don't know why I didn't mention engagement. He said support a whole bunch of times, but did not say engagement as far as I could tell once. Or business. He was talking about companies. He wanted Yves Gamou's company to go out of business, not shit. I'm pretty sure he didn't say business though. I'm pretty certain I never said business during that segment, do you know what I mean? I mean, people would have spotted it for sure. But anyway, we didn't get a full house. We were one away. We'll take off 2 squares and we'll end that part of it.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning.
So engagement was not said somehow, some way, but we've still got marbles. So we're going to do marbles anyway. We'll do a couple of streams of each of them and see if somebody can complete the most, you know, these impossible tracks. So yeah, I'm going to get the marbles set up. I'll be right back, guys. And yeah, don't go anywhere. Dash, are you staying for marbles or have you got to bolt?
Yeah.
You staying? Cool. No worries. Otters, we have otters back as well. Fantastic stuff indeed. This otter is very active.
After leaping equals 1 free square, we win.
Yeah, good point. Good one. Anyway, let's get the marble stream set up. I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll see if anyone can beat these impossible tracks. So yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. Be right back. Alright guys, we are back and there was no new marble names to add, so we can just go straight into trying to complete these 3 maps here. We'll try 2. We'll try 2 of them, okay? We'll try 3 of them twice each. Starting with number 1, balancing balanced balance. These maps are 99% elimination rate. They're very difficult to complete and finish, but they're still possible. They're still possible. They're just very, very challenging. We have 240 marbles. Can one of them complete any of these almost impossible courses? Let's get straight into it.
Wasn't one of them completed last week?
Not the impossible courses, I think. No, not last weekend. I don't think so. Basically, put it this way, the courses that I'm on right now, no one's completed any of these yet. So yeah, this is an interesting one for sure. 3 different routes up the top there. You'll see. The end's over there on the left-hand side. People have almost finished this. I don't know how people finish this. It is not unusual for a couple of marbles to make it to the very end, but they never usually have enough speed to make it inside. They always bounce off the edge and fall off. You'll see what I mean probably very soon. So let's go. Let's see how they'll do. So YGO goes to have a good early start here. Can they make it through first time here, or they get held up? You
know what YGO is short for?
No. Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes, it is actually Yu-Gi-Oh! Ghost.
There we go. I had a feeling. Especially since you knew it. I wonder why Dashi would know. I was like, wait a second. Was Dashi, you are a former bingo winner yourself. You've won, well, you never won marbles, have you? But you've won the wheel.
No, I won a wheel spin because I was here and I basically just lost my mind.
Yeah. Well, you could give it a high that's right. It has kind of shenanigans going on. A lot of people have been passed out, have been dying there. Profit's gone, I know that much. We're following the consortium right now. Hingle and Kringleberry's in there. Yeah, they're gone. Never mind. Sorry, Hingle. Commentator's curse. My bad, pal. There's Reb said there's Johnny Cornbread. Straight away, there's Crinebear though. He was on earlier on having a wee blever with us all, and now he's potentially in the running to get a bingo or to win a very impossible course. But Johnny Cornbread and Dips are there, and the end is over there, as I said. Dips, they've gone the right way. Going left is bad. You want to go right and go over there. You want to avoid this laser as well. Dips is slowed down here. This could be very bad for them if this laser gets them. They survive. Crinebear is overtaking them. Almost. They're going to drop down here. We have 53 marbles left. A whole bunch there. I don't think I'm alive still. Damn.
I know I'm dead.
Like most of us are. Crinebear has overtaken right at the end, and this is the part here. You get launched through this cannon, and you want to go through this pipe. You can also go through that portal and you get a second chance. Doran's went through the portal as well. You want to go through that pipe. This pipe is what leads you to the end. It's right there. Aussie's Game Room has made it, but are they going to get to the end? You'll see what I mean here. Has he got the speed? Has he got the speed?
Yeah, I remember this.
Has he got the speed to make it? No. Barrett Wells is here. Has he got the speed? Well, J Corona's also made it, but have they got the speed? How do you... I don't know how you win this. We have another one. Moscos is next to try. I feel like to complete this you need to have like 2 go through it almost at the same time and maybe bump you in. We have... Oh, for God's sake. Why does this happen every time? Logan K, Ira and Kyle. You bastards. You absolute bastards. Oh well.
But you didn't kill Kenny.
Getting stuck in the map. We'll try that one more time, shall we? We'll try it one more time and we'll see how it goes. Let time go. Now you've seen what the course is like when you just go straight away and just batter into it. So who's going to be the first one out? The first one out will be who we follow here. DJ Reno, quickly followed by Alien. Oh, I'm going to follow Alien now. Midgard Metals, down the middle, Cadence Anime Girls with Alien. They're going to come out here, while other people go straight up to the top here. I'm just going to keep following Alien for a while here. Oh, that could be a bad line. The edge there. I'm going to follow Midgard. As he's sucking the outside wall here to perfection. But he's not falling down fast enough here though. That could really hurt them. Oh, that's bad news for Midgard Metals. Is he... Well, he's just about got a momentum, plus it carries you up anyway. Let's catch up with first place here.
Well, you've died.
No. Now let's just go around here and see who's the first one through the loops here. DJ Reno and YGO seems to always be in contention somehow. Like their name just like gives them a buff or
Pass
something.
the cards.
Oh, but Millie's fucking really flying, and so is Alien. They've got the lead back. So here we go. This is a part here where you got to try and avoid this laser. Everyone seems to get slowed down there. Everyone seems to get slowed down. Can he survive? Alien survives the laser. They get knocked to the side here. Johnny Cornbread not far behind. The Roach Bait is there as well. Debauched Prism as well. These are all the names are still alive as well. Dash, you're still alive way back there. Oh, Alien. Oh, never dice my death there, Alien. A Roach Bait is looking to overtake here. This could be a good thing. If you
I'm dead.
Well, oh, and there goes Alien, and there goes Roach Bait. So we're just keeping an eye on this pipe here. In fact, we'll go this side and look at all the people flying through. Oh, someone made it. JR, good old JR made it. So we need to keep an eye on JR and see how they do. Midgard Metals has also made it and they're right behind. This could be a good thing if JR slows. Is JR going to do it? Damn.
Oh!
We have a winner somehow. I guess it is something to do with momentum or something. We actually do have somebody that won. Midgard Metals made it. Midgard Metals actually fucking completed the impossible track. We have seen countless marbles bounce off the edge and fail, and yet somehow Midgard Metals, somehow they found a way to get there. Are they even here? Is Midgard Metals around? Or are they not here? It's quite possible they're not here. Don't know if they're here or not. Midgard Metals is not here, unbelievable. That's unfortunate. I mean, if they're not here, we just need to try a different race. Oh, that race again, didn't mean that. Wrong button. Okay, we're good. We'll try Lucky Land. We'll try a next course, and we'll see if someone can win and also be here. We'll see. So I just started straight away at time go, not wasting any time. This has been a long stream. And we both had very long days. Let's just see. Oh, that didn't go well. Koraz is the first one eliminated. Eric Reznor is also gone, but Jasper's Angels ahead right now as they go through the portal. Nasty Fripples got nuked. Oh, that's not going well. That's not going well at all. Let's catch up, everyone. So the aim is to bounce off his trampoline and go through that portal, and then you'll bounce up here. Yeah, have a trampoline through that portal, like little Shadow Yex just did there. This is going to be a tough one. This is a very difficult course. Leo Whiskey just not wasting any time. Oh, that's not a good bounce, so... And they're going to get nuked. Trying to do this perfectly and go down the middle is so difficult. Lil Shadow EX has gone very slowly and they've made it. So has Electronic Eel. But now comes a very slow portion where they go around in a circle very slowly, waiting to get dropped off here. We've got 2 names so far. There's a couple more coming down here. I've got time to actually check them out because I got in that circle. That'll tell you well. Colleen Surik is going to try and get down the middle, but they're not going to make it. Making the Big Boom and Yin 33 are also about to perish, I think, unless they get a good break here. They're gone. And we are down to 2, our final 2, Little Shadow EX and Electronic Eel. The finish is there. There's moving blocks on the finish as the finish is also moving. So usually what happens is you overshoot this, you bounce off the thing below, bounce back up, and you're trying to get in and snipe it. This is not looking good. It's not looking good. I think they're both going to boot off course, so that was actually, of course, Electronic Eel nearly got it. But it was not to be, and that is going to bring an end to that attempt. We can immediately try again though. We can immediately try again and see how we do the second time around. Let's start and let's follow Not a Cookie. This is following a marble at the start is chaos. It is just pandemonium. All these marbles are about to die because they get thrown down the right hand side. So here we go, here we go.
If they're not a cookie, does that mean they're a biscuit?
They could be anything apart from a cookie. Yeah, but going with the logic of them not being a cookie, they could literally be anything else. So who's going to be the first one to get through the portal? Damn Ice. Followed by Chris Sizemore and Whale Islander. Damn Ice has hit that block which could help them out. The sound effects from the fucking marbles is crazy.
Good thing I can't hear it.
You're lucky I can. I think the stream can hear it as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the stream can hear noises as well from the marbles. Damn Ice cannot make it through. There's a part here. Who can make it? Who can make it through this small opening? Will anyone make it? It's possible nobody will make it. We only had 2 people last time. 2 from 240. David very nearly did, but did not make it. We're down to our last 2 people. King Llama and Dark to the Floor stuck here. They're still all the way back here. It is down to Dark to the Floor. Moving extremely slowly. As they're trying to get bounced into this portal. And they're dead. It was a valiant effort. It was a valiant effort indeed. But it was not to be. Oh well. Yeah, last survivor, not bad, not a bad accomplishment. We'll try the last one now, Speedy Second Sabotage. And after this, if nobody wins, then we'll just bail, shall we? Let time go.
Yeah, what did you mean when you said the marbles updates?
Every few weeks, the Marbles game updates in general, which deletes all the community maps, I think, and you have to like reset them all and so yeah, February 16th is the final day until like a new season begins essentially of Marbles, which means that people will be making new maps and Steam will force you to download an update and all that jazz. This might be the last time we actually see these maps getting played, and unless Arthur re-uploads them. So yeah, today's like the last day we can enjoy these particular maps unless Arthur resubmits.
Enjoy is a very strong word here.
I don't know why I'm following somebody that's, who was I following now? I was so far behind from like first place. Nathan Coley is alive either, and not only is Kit Kat or not. We'll follow Nathan Coley, shall we? No, hold on, Nathan Coley. There we go. Not they just fell as well, won't follow him after all. Incoming Toast, we'll follow Incoming Toast. This is a bit of a buggy map. Some people get stuck in this map as well, in various different places. But as long as one person finishes though, that won't matter. Oh, quite a lot of people here right now. You got Purpose, Incoming Toast game walkthroughs. Neil Judah as well. Oh, that's not going to plan. They've all fallen. Neil Judah survives. But for how long? They barely survive that, and they go down the right hand side as well. Things are going well for them. Can they make this and time it perfectly? No, they. Oh, that's going very badly for them. That was the worst possible time, and they went up and this straight out. This is very bad timing for so many people because they're going to get sent over here. I mean, they may survive. There's portals here. Some will survive, some won't. But what you want is to have this tube turn to the right and time it perfectly so you go through at the same time. Calvin is through, Chef D is through, Tom is through. Can he survive this laser? Some can, some can't. Oh, it's a bad way to go as well, doing that way.
Yesterday was a really slow day for me, Ash.
You want to go down the left-hand side. Tom is one of the last ones alive.
You know, how much you're liking the content.
Trey Didas, Cal V1N, Tom and Ice Bread are the last 4 remaining. Tom is ahead of everyone else. Can they get to the end? They're so close. And they just got fried by a goddamn laser. They were 1 turn away from making it to the chance to win at the end. The end, by the way, in case you weren't aware, is getting shot through that cannon and trying to time this perfectly with that moving wall. And as you can see, Calvin could not time it perfectly. Last place is Icebread, who's stuck in the map, because of course you're fucking stuck in the map. We'll try that one more time, one final time. These bloody fucking... You see, the maps are very creative, but they're definitely a bit glitchy as well. We'll try that map one last time, and then we will wrap things up. And, yeah. Let time go. Now, who should we follow? Who should we follow? Who should we follow here? I want to see if I can follow your ball. There's you right there in the mix there. Like, so I think I'm following you. I'm following you, Dashi. We'll follow you for now, okay?
If I die, it's your fault. Okay.
That's always been the case anyway. So you're in the tube there. We're following Dashi. This is the Dashi cam here, Dashi view. Still alive?
If I ever did a YouTube thing, I would genuinely call it dash cam footage.
Dash cam. That's actually, that's clever. That's clever. I'll give you that. That's clever. Oh, you almost sniped the hole. You're okay. You made it down that one. That's a good one. I'll tell you what, man. You're doing well. You're still alive. You're not in first place, but you're not doing terribly. This is the hard part. A lot of people die here. A lot of people die at this part. You have survived. So many people fall off at this part. But you remain in the mix. This is quite dizzying a bit, but there we go. We've caught up everyone else. These are the front runners, I believe. Yeah, we're actually quite close to first place here. You're not in the top 10, but there's a lot of marbles around as well.
D-Dog, no, I wouldn't have the UK. I would literally just call it dash cam footage.
Oh, this is a bad part. If you fall backwards here, you're probably going to fall off altogether. You're gone. Ah,
With my last words, I curse Zoidberg.
I thought we were going to curse Prophet for a second. We're going to follow... Oh, I said we're going to follow Ida, but I guess we're not going to follow Ida because they just got fried. A few marbles right now are going the wrong way, and they were hoping to have a second chance in going through a portal. They do indeed. That's what happens when you go through that portal. The pipe is probably about to turn to the right hand side here, and that'll give a whole bunch of marbles a chance to get on through. Snow Yusuf, the drinker of radiator fluid himself, Snow Yusuf is actually winning. I cannot believe Snow Yusuf is winning right now. Will the mad lad? Yeah, never mind. Meester, what are you doing there? Meester might win. Nope, he just got hit by one of those blocks that are in the ground and launched you up in the air. Oh, that's so unfortunate, Meester. You're so close. You're so close to having a chance of winning. Looks like rain. Looks like falling to his doom. JR. Good old JR. Can you survive? No, you get bounced off and you're gone. Where is everyone else? Have a smashing days all the way back here. How the hell are so many people behind? How in... Oh god, you're gone. Is everyone else stuck? So Cal V1N is stuck here, doing a sonic spin in perpetuity. Support and Warren are just chilling in here, having a grand old time, not caring about what everyone else is doing. And that is essentially how that is going to have to end. So we had one person complete the first course, Midgard Metals, but they don't appear to be here, so who knows, if we see them, we can let them know. Keep an eye out for them, okay? We'll keep an eye out for them in future streams. If we can catch them, then, you know, we can get a wee prize sorted or something, I don't know, but they're they seem to not be here anyway, so that's that. Anyway, guys, I am going to wrap things up, you know, because it's a bit of a lengthy stream compared to usual. Sad that we didn't get a full house. We're one away from a full house, but I do hope you all had a fun time anyway. Dashi, thank you for managing to stay awake this whole time. I know you must be shattered. You know, you've had a long day, and
yeah, thank you for putting up with me.
Yeah, and you coach your knee as well. You're busy twerking your knee, you know, much to Prophet's, you know, excitement.
Tweaked,
yeah.
not twerked.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not Prophet.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, thank fuck. I don't think I could handle being bold. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining me.
How about being English?
Oh, that'd be worse. Two worst things I can imagine is being bold and then being English. Anyway, but guys, thank you for joining me for this bingo stream. Sad that we couldn't get a full house today, but we'll return on Sunday and hopefully we can get a full house then. Thank you very much for, you know, keep me right in the chat, keep me right in the card, and contributions as well. Prophet gifted 5 memberships was very kind of them. Super chats as well, guys. Thank you very much. You're very kind indeed. Remember, I made a community post earlier on today explaining changes I'm going to do to like how the prizes work and all that jazz. That'll be implemented from March onwards. You know, for now it's still kind of normal stuff just because it's in the middle of the month. But guys, I hope you had a good fun time anyway. I hope you enjoy your Saturday and your weekend in general. I return on Sunday, and I'm going to end how I always end by playing Notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. Dashi, is there anything you want to say before we bugger off?
Just to the side note that you might, I say might, be putting up another community post for people to vote on.
Oh, because you had an idea, didn't you?
Yes, yeah, we couldn't agree 75 or 100.
So Dashi's idea is to get rid of the individual snort and burp counters and combine them all for one bodily function counter for snorts, burps, and clears. One massive counter to rule them all. And it's like, do people want that, or do people like separate counters for separate things? I don't know. Technically, your idea would remove 3 spaces, because instead of 2 free spaces for burps and snorts, you're combining them into one. So that's
why I said 75. That's why I said 75, and you're suggesting 100.
A round number's better. 75 doesn't feel like a round number. I don't know. But
75 is an important number.
So is 6 million. And on that note, I'm going to end. I'm not going to play it. On that note, I'm going to end. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, I'll be back on Sunday. But until then, have a great Friday. Enjoy your Saturday as well. And I'll catch you all later. Peace out and thanks again.
Take care, everyone.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. and it's gone, just gone like that.